And we are live. Good evening, everybody. It is December 27th, 2018. Welcome to each and every one of you. A live stream event. And I wanted to say off the bat, Jen and I had planned, a nice night up in the town of Healdsburg, California tonight. Metallic, how are you, sweetie? Nice to see you. We had planned a real nice evening up there, but the cell carrier Verizon signal was just not good up in the area there. So we ended up, rather than torture people to death with buffering signal and all that annoying stuff, we decided to just record dinner. Hello, prepping, record dinner and do that as a separate video. Yeah, happy. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so I'm very great. Thank you. Yeah, it was really nice. I hope yours was too, honey, for sure. I really hope so. We just decided, I'm not going to put I'm not going to have videos that aren't fun. The first part of the visit to Healdsburg was great tonight, walking around the neighborhood. And it was daytime, but at nighttime the signal degraded and you just can't see a lot. Hi, Anonymous Glitch. Hey, Ted Mack. It's the kind of thing that should be done in daylight, those kind of things. People like to see me nighttime on the street, going to a bar, having a drink, engaging people, not playing a tour guide in the dark. Thank you, Shannon. Nice to see you, sweetie. I hope that you are doing well. We're going to get down to it tonight. This whole thing about being an entertainer on YouTube, and if YouTube is a job and all that, because things have changed. Nate's mom, we love you, lady. We love you. We love you. You're so sweet. And best to Nate too. We're so happy to send you a Christmas card. So we will have that coming out tomorrow on the channel. That dinner, I'll probably put that up on the Rosie Murphy channel. It was a place called Wurst, W-U-R-S-T, which is like Wurst is like sausage in German. It was an interesting experience. It was more expensive than I wanted it to be, but it was an interesting experience. So that first part of the Healdsburg adventure, hey Goldie, how are you, is up. Yeah, probably have some type of New Year's party. Nice to see you too. Well, let's get to the main event. It's been a busy day. It's been a busy couple days, and it was almost a year ago. Well, it was over a year ago that I was in the Alamo thing. Was you taking a stand? You were proven wrong. I'm waiting to see this position. No, it's exactly correct. Look at how things have flip-flopped over here in the last year or so. I'm exactly correct. When you do things in a structured way to defraud somebody, then, I'm sorry. I'm not down with that. And events played out. And we saw how things turned out for the year. Okay, so let's not jump ahead though. Let's go back in time to the Alamo thing, because I've been proved 150% correct. Because everything operates within people's rights to do what they want to do within the limits of what YouTube allows. Now let's not talk about things of convention of society and something like that, because to me that's even more important. If you want to treat somebody, you want to meet somebody and greet somebody or interact with somebody, I believe it should be done with a high degree of civility and kindness, and in a very positive sort of way. And I don't think that people should ever be insulted when they need us. I'm going to go back and give you a little bit of context on that. I was in Las Vegas last December with Marshall, and there was somebody called Lacey Rocks and Mike the $1 Million Man that came along and started making donations to Elvis Travels. And I was right there, when they would come in on a daily basis, $20 here, $20 there, 20, 40 here. Well, it turned out that it was something to just run Elvis, the intent was to make all these donations and then charge and then claw them back, those donations resulting in charges. It would ultimately bring the channel down. Now, I'm not, I don't really care what other people, that's their right to do that on YouTube. And if you want to run that and do that kind of thing, that's fine. But I think a year later, the overall big question is, and we went through a whole thing, and there was people meeting in person and showing up, and things went to court. I mean, it became a really kind of ugly sort of situation on there. And it all came down, in my mind, to the ability to do what you want to do on YouTube within the confines of, the terms and service of YouTube. And I called it at that time the pursuit of happiness. And it ultimately probably resulted in the channel at least being temporarily terminated back in May. Of course, subsequently it came back, and YouTube understood after a chance to explain exactly what happened, and it all got reversed. And that was fine. That all worked out in the end. But the big overall question is, should people have that right to do that? And why should it matter to other people about it? Now, to me, I agree with some people on here. It should matter. It should matter to people. And some people are of the opinion that when you're doing, if you're running something like that, that the past is prologue. In other words, people should see the totality of the person you are. And some people come along, they're new people to the channels, and they may not know the things that happened before. And if they knew the things that happened before, or the activity this person engaged in, then the theory is that they would not donate, and they would be repulsed by that, because new people come onto YouTube all the time. And there is something to be said for that, yes. So the reality is, when I think about that, and I think about my own situation, and doing the Streamlabs now, which I really enjoy, and I've been very happy to get that level of support has been nice. But I tend to think of it as doing something that's entertainment content. In other words, I think if I'm sitting and just doing a stream every day and asking people to support that, well, I mean, they have a right to do that or not do that. But I do think when you're out trying to bring quality content and to make people, to put a smile on people's face, I really think that's something that can be supported. I always likened it to go to a concert and protest outside because you didn't like the price of the ticket. Because the entertainer, you think, I should be able to get this stuff. I should be able to get this stuff for free. I shouldn't be charged to do that. I shouldn't be charged to go to this event where they're signing, autographing sports memorabilia. I should be able to get in that for free. These athletes make tens of $millions a year. And yet they have these meetups where they ask fans to come and pay $100 to autograph a ball. Well, there's a sucker born every minute, but is it within their right to do that? And of course, the answer of that is yes. And on YouTube, people run into problems because, of course, there's people that oppose that too. Okay. Some people oppose it because they've never had success on YouTube, and they mask that, or they use that, become bitter about that lack of success, and then they feel like nobody else should have success too. And I'm not talking about myself, because it's itty bitty what I do, but I'm talking about people that have 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, a million, 2 million subscribers. So like I said before, I saw all this stuff. Hi, Vicky. Nice to see you. I saw all this stuff happen, and I saw all this stuff going on. Well, Snickerdoodle, we're talking about whether people have the right to solicit donations on their channel, or if e-begging should be allowed. If it's a problem, why does YouTube allow it? And B, is it okay to ask for tips and things for entertainment, which is the one that I feel like the category I fall into. Could I ever sit? Could I ever sit in and here every night and just do hangouts and ask to be support my life? No, I could never do that sort of thing. But if I'm out there like tonight, trying my best, going up to a place like Healdsburg that I think is fascinating, and doing that on the holidays and trying to show people that kind of content, I think that that's something that people enjoy seeing. And although it's never mandatory for people ever to give anything, and I treat people like that, some people feel like it's a nice thing to do. And that's what I think makes it's like when you tip your person making you coffee at Starbucks, or you give a little tip here or there to the person that carries your bag at the golf course. It's all part of saying thank you with a little extra. And I think that's the perfect thing. Now, I agree, Dan Halen, aggressiveness is very, that's really redlining to me. That really is redlining. But yeah, well, I agree, Joseph Camus, and I think YouTube has to set examples. Yes, I know about the Laura situation, but I'm not the kind of person that feels like it's my place to talk about that because I wasn't down there. I'm specifically addressing. And then there's that whole tenor, like today, it was a little tough sledding in Tucker's chat, because I did try to do a video from the heart today to say that there's some real problems with, Marshall's rig on the front end. And it was viewed as my flagging an opportunity, my leading a charge for him to ask for donations to make it a begging point. And I really thought to myself, wow, no matter what you do on here, people are going to see things the way they want to see it. Some of the people that go on that channel and comment, they're people that have been dislikers for years, and nothing's going to change them, no matter what you do, no matter what kindnesses would ever be exposed to people, the things that you did to try to help people that were 10 times the stuff that some of them did. No matter what you ever did with a good heart, it would never change anything with them. Addie, Rosie, is Dave the fisherman coming to your house? He could be. He could be. And I always said, anybody that comes to my house, I'm definitely going to meet them. If they make the effort to come here, of course. Well, that's fine, Kitten Cat. Everybody's allowed. Jen's gonna have a lipoma removed from her side. No, I talked to a friend, Addie Welfare Baby, and I'm back to the same place that I was a year ago, that as long as you're compliant with the YouTube terms and conditions, then I believe that your personal freedoms prevail on YouTube. And it was the same thing that the same position I held a year ago. Does it mean I support what's done? No. But I think there's enough regular people that you see that regularly support somebody like Elvis. And a lot of people say, well, you must have rocks in your head or something like that. Or worse, they assume you're supporting when you're not, because they get frustrated because they see money coming in. Then it becomes a little difficult. I don't really care, bully, where he is. This is not about Elvis. This is about me. Anonymous Glitch, I'm not going to have a 15-year-old come and visit me, so you can shelve that. So am I watching what happens with Elvis? The extent of my watching of Elvis was a little bit of his highway video, enough to be appalled by his front end on that, enough that I went and did a video about that. Rosie, your friends are not going to like you hosting Dave the Fisherman. My friends are going to care less about that. Okay. And that's the bottom line. If your friends are your friends, they're going to understand if somebody's in the area or somebody's coming through the state and says, hey, I would like to meet you. Okay. I think my friends are big enough people to understand that. And I've also seen enough flip-flopping in this community over the last year that people that were haters are now supporters, and people that were supporters and now haters. Like I said, all you had to do is stand in the middle of the stream, and the stream would just change courses around me constantly, with people going back and forth. Love you too, Vicky. But at least I hold my position the same and don't run back and forth and run another game, or this is the game plan we're going to run this time. Yeah, if anybody makes the effort to meet me, I'm going to meet them, and I don't care who it is. Okay. Let's see. Hey, Pink, how are you? Nice to see you. Thank you, Sugarcane. A lot of people are with me, but a lot of people fall victims to bullies and other people that like to beat them down, because when they stick their head up, it's like a whack-a-mole. And some of these people, because they think they cuss a little more and yell a little more and use foul language and threats a little more, like somebody today, Rosie gets a pass or whatever. Hey, you know what? Why does Rosie always get a pass? Because Rosie's a pretty nice person at the end of the day. Okay? That's the bottom line, whether you like it or not. And a lot of you that dislike, I know I'm a better person than you are, and a kinder person with a bigger heart than you'll ever have. Bottom line. Because I would never go out of my way to hurt anybody on YouTube, as I've been hurt in the past, and as people are hurt just because of things that happen on YouTube. To the extent that you have to have police involvement and have lawyers involved. Thank you, Goldie. No, I wouldn't have Ted Bundy over Speedo. But the bottom line is I'm going to run my own life, and people have a choice to interact with me or not. But see, I interact with people under my real name. I don't have to go assume a troll identity because I'm afraid to say face to face what I feel in my identity that Rosie. So I use subterfuge and I hide. What does that say? Hey, Ritas, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Yeah, thank you. I think I got some good videos. I think I did a very good video today on the front end. A lot of people understood, even though this particular rig has kingpins on it. It's all the same thing with the loose front end, alignment on there. So, yeah. So that's really, yeah, I like Gerald. Gerald's a good friend of mine. Thank you, Vicky. Vicky said we need more people like Rosie in the world. Well, let's just say I go to bed feeling pretty good at night, okay? And I'm pretty darn happy about the state of things. Dave has visited quite a few people on YouTube. Dave has visited people that you don't even know, Drury and other things. Thank you, Colleen. I appreciate that. Okay. I don't know if I don't really know if Dave's coming or not. But I said if somebody came to see me, if you think I'm gonna cower down in a hole and cover myself up and go into hiding, ain't never gonna happen. Let's see. Joe says those old van front end is easy to repair. The tire fell off my car while driving once. That's bad. Yeah, that can be a bad thing. I hope she has. He did not visit them. He showed up. Well, it's all right, Addie. You be yourself, and you be who you need to be. That was a theoretical question that was asked to me. Asked me, king suspensions are easy to fix a line on most 75-ton vans and trucks. What happened to all the mods? Hey, BBE, nice to see you. I just stripped it down to, I think I did good. I went back to Greg as my original. So thinking of money would save if Rosie was in charge of the justice system, no one would go to jail. Yeah, people would go to jail, but they would go to jail under the correct charging and things. I just get tired of always being nailed like the hammer that sticks out on things when just trying to go through life as a nice person and get along. Anonymous said, you know a lot for a 15-year-old, Anonymous. Oh, thank you. Good night, Regis. I appreciate that. Thank you. I have a lot of people that are very loyal and enjoy the content, and I'm very grateful for that. Very grateful for that. I'm very happy about that. So I think if I always said, and I maintained the same position last year, if you wanted to change the system, the people to lobby are the people at Google and YouTube. And some people have said that the whole system's going to change anyway. Some people have come on. My friend Ellie has come on and said that they're going to do away with all the Hangouts, that you have to have 10,000 subscribers to monetize and things like that. So that's the thing that I think is the place where I think your voice can be heard the loudest, is that type of thing, because human nature being what it is, people are going to gravitate and explore things that help them, especially when YouTube is continuously, hey Hazel, YouTube is continuously pushing people to develop alternative streams of income and not be dependent on AdSense. And there's whole, within the monetized world, there's whole lessons and archived lessons about what to do. How are you, Hazel? What was your thought on Elvis's freak out on Laura last night? It was very mishandled. That's my thought. It was an overreaction. I say put people first. Put people first and not worry about whether somebody said something or what it's going to do to the stream and all that. So Coach Alley Duty 9500. So I mean, as long as YouTube permits this to be a platform, then people are going to take advantage of that to do that. Thank you, Gypsy, and nice to see you, Gypsy. Well, it showed. It's nothing new to anybody else, but I'm just sharing it. You got to be a lot more respectful when a situation goes south, I think. And from what I understood, somebody texted me that he said something about he admitted he handled that badly last night. Hey, Ellie. Yeah, Ellie's here, and she's the one that told me that things are changing on YouTube. So it all might be a moot point anyway. 2018 and 2010 before mod. Okay, 1,000 subs and 10,000 before. Okay. So, hey, Monique, how you doing? So, I mean, you can't, I mean, it's a difficult situation. Yeah, Colleen says I was watching and he really reacted to losing his monetization. It's not so much, tonight's not about Elvis. It's all the way back to that, the pursuit of happiness and whether people have the right to do that. Hi, Oda Mae Brown. How are you, sweetie? Hello, Mitch. That's what my whole issue is. Hey, Gerald, this is not about Marshall. This is not about Marshall. I would tell Marshall if I talked to him on the phone, I would say, that was an ugly situation the way that ended last night. And I thought that you were very petulant and very short about that. But, you know, I understand he said something today. Mom of three boys, nice to see you. You know, so this, you know, I feel good. There's a lot of things. You know, I try to have a channel and bring joy to people's life, and for some reason, you're always, no matter what you do in life, you're always going to have some measure of people that don't like what you do, and you have to learn to live with that and just keep pushing ahead and doing your things. But although I don't talk about it much, I can tell myself the number of people that come on board and enjoy the content every day. I must be doing something right. Okay, Chris, you're still hungover from last night. Hey, Fitz, how you doing? Nice to see you. He's going to block anyone. Well, I don't even, you know, I don't know anything about that. Yeah, Joseph said, when you get a Class B in travel, are you still going to do the regular live streams? I sure am. Yeah. But I'm not going to do what I did. I'm never going to do what I did tonight. And I'm never going to post something that's lousy, buffering, and all that. I'm doing well, Holly. Just kind of venting, just in a very minor, Rosie-ish way tonight. But as far as ever being mean to somebody and all that, yeah, this is the country club chat. Hey, Bobby. Hi, Sue Pete. Thank you, Gypsy, and I really appreciate you being on. But I just think that sometimes we overreact on. Yeah, I know. I kept losing signal, and you know what? Not only did I stop that stream, but I deleted that stream part 2. I'm not going to have something up that's lousy, buffering content. The Petaluma visit last, I don't know what it was, before Christmas was awesome. 2 parts, but only the first part of the Healdsburg visit was great today. It was great content. A lot of people were enjoying that. But I'm not going to leave crap up on the channel. So I told you guys I'm making a significant investment coming up in 2019 for big time quality of remote streaming. It's an expensive technology, but it's going to be worth it, because it's going to be like watching a regular video when you're upping on a cell phone. It's going to be kind of amazing. Hello, Greg. Nice to see you. And as I explained to other people before with Greg, I wanted to just get back to the simple one mod. We had a long talk one night on a live stream, and pretty much the 125, 130 people that were on that stream voted, and they thought, let's just go back to the simple way of having Greg the way it used to be on the channel. So I decided that's a good thing. But I didn't thrust that on Greg. I didn't just say to do that. Well, Ellie, the piece of equipment it's $1,000, and then you have to commit to a contract of $40, and then you have to buy several different carrier modems to put in this. So it's quite an expense. Hey, Kim, nice to see you. Well, I wanted to be an antidote to some of the negative talks, because some of the negative stuff, I think you'll never see those people over here talking. Code word MK, please keep private. Yeah, whatever, Marshall. I don't know. I have no idea. But they will talk crap on another stream and stuff, and it's just it's kind of, you know, sometimes you just shake your head. I mean, like today I'm trying to do a video, you know, talking about the front end on these things and just giving a warning, because I try to reach Marshall on the phone and I can't. and just saying, just mentioning about the front end on that. So, yeah. Okay. Just one big. I love you too, Oda May. I love you too. I know who Mr. Z's watching tonight. I know that. Jaded, how are you? Happy New Year. But you know, when you see people on a chat, and then some people, and most of the people are really sweet. You know, I love Tucker. I love so many people in his chat, Camo. But there's a core of people that just you could do backflips and handstands down Fifth Avenue in New York City, spitting out $100 bills with the Salvation Army coming behind them, scooping you up, and they would still have a problem with something like that because they're just predisposed in the way they feel about things. Now I just feel like now I just do my thing, what I want to do, and just enjoy my life. Food, wrote, I've been enjoying the chat while folding long. Oh, okay. Yeah, nice to see you. Now I just do the content and do the things I want to do. And whatever it is, it is. So I'm not going to apologize for that. And I feel like anybody has the right to operate their channel. Hey, Swamp Picker, nice to see you, Soupy. Anyone has the right to operate their channel within the terms and conditions of what YouTube allows. And as I said before, in Buddy Bopper, CJ will back me up on this. In the real world, you might get a different kind of alignment if you step out of the bounds of society, and then you're on your own. There ain't no terms and conditions of that, and you're on your own with that kind of stuff. How you doing, Sean? Nice to see you. No, I got a little frustrated because, you know, I was in a chat earlier today, and as usual, 75–80% of the people were very sweet and nice. And I did a very honest video about the front end of the Lisa Marie and trying to be helpful because I just thought it was critical that it be looked at. You know, I got some blowback on that too. Let's see. There's my friend News Unit. Looks like Trump and Mnuchin launched a, what is that? Massive rally. Mark's too big to fail. Any thoughts? I say one day does not a trend make. Mitch Connors. Yeah, Oda May. That's it. I just don't know how you guys feel about that, but a year ago we started down this whole trail with this. Black sheep. Well, that's you know, I wouldn't put it quite like that because they're kind of nice people. And I don't, you don't, not everybody can be everybody's cup of tea, and I get that. But I'm just saying that was truly from the heart, from you know, from a place of feeling a little bit of my own panic with hearing that. I don't often hear Elvis's Road videos, and listening to that, I have a very keen ear for road noises, particularly since I had my own Class B that was a year older than Elvis's. A lot of you don't know that. That I had my own Class B camper van before that. And so I know a lot about these coaches. Who's getting timed out? I don't think Buddy Bopper's getting timed out. Yeah, I thought I was doing a good deed. And I would also tell Elvis that you're totally wrong about women being supportive and being kind and generous and being sweet. Women have been fantastic on this on my channel. I have so many wonderful female subscribers and supporters, and they're always making comments, always on the chat streams, always being positive. That's the kind of people I like to surround myself with. Yeah, that's the original front end. You were texting. Okay. Yeah, great job of narrating. Hey, how you doing, D-Dub? No, I understand that, Greg. Greg has an extremely light touch with the wrench. I'm hardly the bestest. I've done some stupid stuff on YouTube, but I own that. I've done some stupid stuff. Yeah, mom of 3 boys. I love me some mom of 3 boys. He lost the Boyd Award. I never win a Boyd Award. I never do that. I mean, who made the Boyd Christmas special? Lori Green did. Jaded. She did a wonderful job. But I will say this, and I will be crystal clear. You can kick the tires, but you've got to get it off the ground there, and you got to shake the tire. Rosie, what do you predict your future is going to be on YouTube? Rocky. that's what. If I'm not Rocky, then it's I don't know. I mean, I'm a person that loves to get out there and get on the streets, and I could have a bad dust up one day out there. I know that's a possibility, but I do like to have street content. So, if and Elvis ever showed up here to Rancho, I mean, it would just be a total shit show. A canned chicken sandwich sounds good right about now. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that, Kit and Kat. I'm just saying, I'm just defending what are next Saturday's lotto numbers going to be. Now, I don't know why. I can take up a Rocky Round in the Art Museum. Said, oh, okay, that's cool, Preppy. I'm going to be honest with you. Duplicitous Weasel, I don't have a marketing budget, although I do have a budget that I'm putting into technology and equipment. Mitch said, Rosie, you ever get the urge to put Gerald on your lap and rock him to sleep? There's the lottery numbers for next month. That's funny. But Gerald does surprise me. I mean, I love Gerald dearly. I mean, Gerald's a sweetie. I love the fact that Gerald works and he lives the life that I would like to have. I'd like to be able to work part-time doing something and then go winter down in Florida or warm places. I think that is so amazing. But Gerald has been back and forth on both sides of the Elvis thing. So I'm often like, I just get confused. I get confused sometimes, but again, it's not my business, and I don't, I just shake my head sometimes. Somebody help me out. I'm doing good. Thank you, Ray Carson. Yeah, I mean, Kid and Cat, I'm at a loss for words. Yes, I know, Jeff. I had a 1988 Coachman camper van 1 year older than Elvis's, and I had that into. Tip-top shape. Coach says, I live a I guess that's minimalistic lifestyle. I don't need a lot of material stuff for me to have. I don't either. I want to be disgorging and getting rid of a lot of things this year. That's going to be my goal, to really get things down. How much will your charitable, non-charitable causes budget increase? Duplicitous, bottom line it for me over there. Nobody's going to get timed out. Nobody's going to get deleted. I'm not that. I don't run that kind of channel. Okay. Yeah, mineral. I think sometimes Gerald does stuff just to kind of get under Tucker's skin a little bit. How you doing, Tucker? Nice to see you. Well, his lumpy tires, Jeff, would be symptomatic of the problems that the rig has. But I think that the thing that well, I don't know. I'm not even going to go there. I'm not going to go there. It's like Tucker said today. I'm not going to go there. I could say so much, but I'm not going to go there. Yeah, well, Tucker's, he's got his own plate. He's got his own ideas. I'll probably be live on New Year's, or I'll be in somebody's chat. I mean, it's like, let's think about this. Let's think about Greg Campbell in the context of my channel. How many nights and how many days do you think Greg Campbell has face smacked himself because of my channel? But yet at the end of the day, hello, Joe, man, but at the end of the day, Greg Campbell's like, well, Rosie, you got to do what you got to do. You run your channel as you want. But he'll tell me, I don't like this. I don't think you should do that. But now that I've voiced my thoughts on that, let's go have some fun. I like that. 50 times. I would say more than 50 times he has smacked his face planted phone right there. I can't believe Rosie did that. Oh, Jesus, Rosie. Take the wrench back and all that kind of stuff. So I want to just say, now I want to just say to Elvis, I do consider you a friend, Elvis. And I do think that you need to deal, especially with women, an even higher level of respect with when dealing with women. It's a natural. I mean, it's just the way I was raised, to be polite and to be reserved, and to hold them up a bit higher, with a bit more respect. Yeah, Greg's like, Rosie knows what I don't like, that she does. What would that be, Greg? What exactly would that be? Wear a nice shirt for sure. Well, I mean, I wouldn't. Would I have appeared like that? No, I would not have appeared like that. But I'm not there, And as long as Laura considered meeting, and I have known, a lot of people were wondering, well, Rose, who is Laura and all this kind of stuff. I have known her for a couple months now on here, so she's been very, very kind and supportive to Missy Jenn and I. Okay, Joe King, how you doing? Now, Joe King said today, and one thing I admire, one thing about Joe King and I, we say what we want to say about stuff. We say what we want to say. And I'm saying Joe King said today that Rosie did that video as a talking point for an e-bagging operation for the front end. To which I would say, why would that be any different than any other day of asking people for money? I mean, what is so special about that? Yes, there's some urgency about the front end. But my particular point in urgency is also you might take out somebody else on the highway too. If that tie rod cuts loose because of this back and forth, I mean, how would I feel if I didn't, at least put that out on a broadcast so maybe other people like Jory and other people put pressure on Marshall, Mr. X, to do something about this thing, to broaden the people that know about it, not to do anything about. I never even crossed my mind because I don't see any other asking for donos event is any different than any other one. I mean, it's all a fluid stream of stuff. So, well, it's got to be. No, I respect. I like Joe King a lot because Joe King will always be welcome on my chat because Joe King. I like to talk to Joe King and I like to exchange with Joe King about that. And at least he comes on and he has the the kindness to come on and at least face me and say what he wants to say. He knows he's not going to be kicked out of my chat. But this idea supersedes. It's not about him tonight. I haven't made this chat about Elvis. It's about that whole concept of just doing your thing on YouTube. Yeah, and Joe King, I never ask you. Joe King, I've never got down on my knees and said, Joe King, when you come to my chat, please be sweet, please be this. The only thing I've ever said to Joe King is be Joe King, and that's all Joe King has been, is Joe King on my chat. And that's all I hope Joe King is on my chat. I don't ask anybody for anything. Yep, I saw Sean, I know. I did call both Drury. I did communicate with Drury and Mr. X today, but I could not get Elvis on the phone. So how does that change things now, duplicitous weasel? How you like me now? One tire. Junker. I'm only working in terms of advisory on that. I'm just speaking my piece about the bigger issue on YouTube, and that you do have to be prepared for things to change in the future on YouTube. But I've never asked people like Joe King. I had a great holiday, thank you. I don't boot people off of my chats. Well, I'm not. That's what I'm saying, Sean. I'm not even involved in like this whole thing that came down here. I thought it would be nice last night to kind of be of a little bit of a bridge to Laura, to to the outside chat on the people, and kind of make sure that things went smoothly. Thank you, Sue. Hashtag Sue P. Thank you, sweetheart. What's the what thing? Which impression, Joe? Thank you, Sue.
XOXO.
XOXO. Thank you. Yeah, there's Cooper chats. I own Joe King. Period. I like Joe King a lot, but I don't always have to agree with everybody else on YouTube. I've seen other people make very strong stands and things, and I always think of myself as, well, I just try to get along and try to get along, but days like today, I just get a little tired of it. But Coop, I want to thank your grandma sent me the most wonderful card there. Send Rory, Elvis, and Mr. X a text message or make a video. Which one makes more sense? In that situation, Speedo Bandito, making a video made much more sense. But I'm glad you asked the question, and I'm glad I had a chance to answer it. I appreciate that. Plus, I wanted to know, I wanted people to know exactly what was going on that undercarriage, and if you think I'm going to try to explain that to people on a phone, I'd rather do a video so other people would come on and leave some comments down in the suggestion area, which they did. Yeah, Joe King never did anything with a wrench, because Joe King's not the kind of person to wrench people out. It was more like, could I get a wrench into Joe King's hand? That's why I admire Joe King, because Joe King steps forward into the chat and he tells thank you. Joe says that you were e-begging for it. Yeah, thank you. I wasn't. It was the furthest thing from my mind for that. Yeah, it's like Kitten Cat. I mean, Kitten Cat would love to have a vise, stick my head down in the vise and twirl it shut till that head pops many times. I know that, Be like the Italian mama, what the fuck are you thinking? Hey, I know that. I don't think Joe King ever used his wrench, ever. Hey, TLA. Nice to see you. Well, I'm saying, who are we to say duplicitous weasel? Why is it our say about that? Why do we decide? Why not just let the viewers decide out there, the public at large? Why do we want to, I already gave you the story about Nomadic Fanatic. Joking. I spend most of the time approving. Thank you, TLA. You're very sweet. But there's, I'm going to also say this too, and I'm going to put it right out here. There were a few comments about the way that Laura looked and whether Laura was trans and her hairline and other things. These people aren't entirely without blame that sit there and make comments about someone's physical appearance and whether they're touched or not. I mean, I don't know if that chat's still up, but go back and have a listen and go look at some of the comments. And don't these people have any shame about what they say to a nice woman that's willing, may not know the whole story about Elvis, but's willing to meet him? I don't know. I could never imagine myself making those kind of comments. Hey, Douglas Fairchild, nice to see you. Yeah, that was not cool. That was uncomfortable to see that. Thank God it was a very short stretch, but there was a time when, the automatic default seems to drop down to characters, physical characterizations and things like that. And I don't think that that's right. And yet they want to criticize somebody like Elvis. I mean, like, do two wrongs make a right? I thought that she was a very sweet woman sitting there. Doesn't matter, duplicitous weasel. Do you feel the need to drop down to the same level? Does that make you feel good to go on the attack and try to equal score for for him. That's why you don't hold any real currency in here. Of course, you're allowed to say nips in here. Yeah, two wrongs don't make a right. And that was very painful. And that was allowed to pass without comment. I didn't hear anybody standing up and saying, oh, don't say that. She's a nice person. We're here to protect her and to, no. It was comments about her hairline. Oh, I'd love to see from above what her head looks like. And I mean, it's like, wow. Wow. I mean, duplicitous weasel, you don't even have a leg to stand on. You already lost the battle. Okay? I mean, that's the bottom line. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So don't criticize anybody else for what they say, okay? When there's people in there firing away at other people, okay? So we'll call it even duplicitous. That's their pursuit of freedom, right? But what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So don't get all bent out of shape when things are said by Elvis all the time. If you're going to be that upset about it, the even playing field. Yep, and I'm happy you make apologies for the other chat. That's very good of you. You should be. You should work for the United Nations. You do great. Yeah, I guess wait till they have grandkids, and they'll look back. I guess so. Oh man, you think that's how do you feel about, hey Ginger, how are you? I'm doing good, honey. How do you feel about Facebook and Instagram and Twitter? I don't do much with I do mostly with Instagram, a little bit on Twitter. Most of the people I know are like on YouTube and stuff. So duplicitous weasel, your demonstration of absurdity with absurdity just showed failure. That's all that showed. When confronted with the realities of a two-way street, you smashed your car in a head-on collision. Merry Christmas to you, Carrie. Nice to see you, honey. Hope that you had a good one. Yeah, the karma train. Well, we know what's coming down there. Yeah. No, I got all kinds of people keeping score, duplicitous weasel, all kinds of people. But they only score one team on their scorecard. That's all they put on. Anonymous glitch for 15 years old. You're pretty amazing. Shit. Wasn't Queen Victoria a benevolent dictator and Empress of India? I do a lot less, but I do like the credit that you give me, Weasel. I do like that. That's cool. I dig that. Okay, thank you, TLA. Love you too. Thank you, baby. The ranches. Well, I mean, Joseph Camus, would I have done that? There's not a chance in the world. Gerald says, Rosie, do you think you'll ever go back to college again? I really don't think so, Gerald. Boyd class of 2025. Have a good one. Have a good one, Ray Carlson. Hey, Ed, Merry Christmas to you too. Okay, take care, duplicitous weasel. Happy New Year. I do love a good exchange. I do love a good exchange. Yeah, I don't. Jeff T. Rowe. I certainly agree with that. I don't think if a guy came to my door with that, yeah, I'd give the royal boot right off the bat. I don't know if he came shirtless or took his shirt off, but it's not. You know, it's not my place to say. No, I don't think. I don't think. I don't think that Elvis beat up Laura. Uh, Coach said, Rosie, do you believe anybody in this country living on 1,000 a month is living in poverty? I've seen different statistics, and they say it is. Well, I guess if it means in a house, Gerald, I don't know. Sean the Brit's a lot smarter than I am. Well, Ginger, I lived through it. I was a I was a guest on panel. Shit, that's too damn funny. Joking. Yeah, sometimes. Well, Joe King, those Chihuahuas can be tough little dogs. They're very protective of their owners. Iconic God said below 5,000 a month is poverty. I think it was pretty good. I think uh, I think it kind of went south. I think Laura was trying to say something about like Rosie could have a nip slip or something like that. Like she thought I had my silver, very low cut dress I had on last night, but I had my micro bikini top underneath of it, so I'm not, I wouldn't wear that. I'd bend over and there'd be the whole nip there. But I think he thought that you couldn't say nip on a stream. Yes, I would consider selling a Rancho, Gerald. Yes, I would absolutely consider selling the Rancho. Joe King, come on. I do think that she was under. I do think that she was under the weather though last night. Yeah, it's okay. I would. Yeah, I often think about San Diego or Los Angeles. To be in more warm weather all the time. I'm not gonna. I don't know about the stink. I just think you got to use more Old Spice. I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, Gerald. Jonker says, Rosie, you want to be a bucket shooter or will you have indoor plumbing? Man, you're never going to see me haunched over a bucket. I guarantee you that. Yeah, I like San Diego. Yeah. Uh, well, that lucky that micro bikini top actually has a taped surface behind it, so it's like a double face, and it's very good. So it never shifts positions. So Well, it was late. I had already done my stream, Ginger, and I saw he went live, and I asked. I said I thought it might be. I thought it might be nice to go on and kind of be a bridgeway between Laura, just to maybe make her feel more comfortable. See, I thought she's a nice gal. She's always been really nice in my side chats. I've always enjoyed having her there. I think she's an attractive woman. She's very sweet. Yeah, just that we're going. Missy Jenn and I are going metal detecting tomorrow, Gerald. So after we get some morning work done, I got to clean the closet out here. More metal detecting. Seymour, how are you? Yeah, I'm always trying to keep the waters calm, Ginger. Always trying to keep the waters calm. Oh, that's awesome, Mama. Three boys. I bet you look smashing in it. Microtape never shift. Greg, I gotta be careful. The girls got a mind of their own. The girls have definitely got a mind of their own. Find his pot of gold while metal detecting. Kit and Kat, don't you guys think Gerald would be fun to hang out with to live stream? Yeah, it'll be fun to live stream it. Okay, thank you, Greg. To live stream a date with Gerald, don't you think that would be a lot of fun? Gerald, what do you think? Huh? Watch, watch the people. Yeah, I tried to, Ginger. Hey, awesome, Hooker. Nice to see you, baby doll. Come on, Kit and Kat, be brave. Come on. Only if Kit and Kat can come with us. You know what, Coach? If Kit and Kat comes with us, it could end bad. You know what I'm saying? Joe King's funny. Very funny stuff. Yeah, Gerald, I've been curious. And Gerald, would you come on if I sent you a link? I wanted to just talk to you. I haven't really talked to you. I wanted to ask you about this whole situation and how you changed on all this. I think it'd be very interesting. What do you think? Should we send Gerald a link? Hey, hipster. No, I have not. Shame on you for threatening Tucker, Gerald. Let's see. Have you heard from Amanda? No, I haven't heard from Amanda May. Tucker's a sweetie. Okay, Gerald, give me your Gmail, Gerald. I want to get you up here. Let me see if I can get. Hey, Samster, how are you? I got your address. Right. I'm sending you a link, Gerald. Just sent you a link. Come on and say hi. Let's set the record straight. Yeah, it's good to see you. I agree. It's great to see you, Ellie. There's Gerald. Hi, Gerald. Let's give Gerald a second.
Hello, Rosie.
Hi, Gerald.
Hello, Rosie.
How are you? Thank you for coming on tonight. Can you hear me, Gerald?
It's breaking up, but vaguely.
Okay. Are you in a different position? Are you in a different place tonight, or boondocking in the same spot?
A different spot. Can you hear me now?
I hear you perfectly. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So what happened? What came down with Tucker?
I don't know. He went around telling everybody I threatened him. I never threatened him. You know? But that's what he went around telling everybody. And it was on your side chat. All I said was I would deal with him accordingly. If he comes and attacks me, I'm going to call the police. That's how you handle that.
Oh, okay. I wasn't in it I wasn't in the chat at that point because I've never really heard you threaten anybody before. But Tucker.
They hate my guts because I donated to Elvis. It's my money. I can donate to whoever I want.
Well, Tucker's he's well loved in the community, and he's had some. Not that he ever talks about it, but he's got some medical issues, and he's like what would you say, the elder statesman of kind of like the community here, and so I think that's why people naturally feel like they want to defend Tucker. But
the only one that's getting death threats is me. Them talking about me, giving me death threats. So what I've been doing is screenshotting it, and I can report it and screenshot it. And even if they're hiding behind a troll account, that can be traced back to the URL. I've seen some of these people that I think they're tough guys on YouTube. When the police show up to arrest them, they're crying like a little baby. So, I mean, they can say whatever they want. They can lie. It's full of lies. That's all YouTube basically is. But I never threatened Tucker. That's not true.
okay, well, Ellie said let people speak for themselves. And what, like Tucker's? I'm just saying I like Tucker. I'm saying I enjoy Tucker a lot. And I just think Gerald. I don't think Gerald would ever could ever hurt anybody. Huh?
The only person that I really was angry with, which was in the past, was Marshall. And everybody knows it. I'm not gonna keep on going like that with that guy. I'm not going to keep on hating him and all this stuff. I mean, even though people are cheering me on, I'm not going down that road. I don't want to hate this guy.
Yeah, I think in one way I agree. Being more positive on YouTube, I think is better for for me it's better for the soul. But it was a big switch you made. That's for sure. But maybe you feel better on this side. It makes you feel better, and that's a cool thing. I mean, I've always gotten along good with you. And what is this? This Alamo shit again a year later. What are you doing, Rosie? I'm just revisiting. It has been a year later. This freedom, freedom to pursue your own happiness on YouTube.
The thing is, Rosie, people will judge you by who you like. If you like somebody that they don't like, then they're not going to like you. And there's like two sides of the fence. That's how it is.
Okay, well, Gerald, I'm gonna grab a beer. I'll be right back. Okay. I appreciate you coming on.
I did it just for you.
right. Gerald, do you think I should go back to college?
Yeah, why not?
What do you think I should study?
I think you should study being a YouTube creator.
I know I got a long way to go. Hooker said, fine, don't hate, you know, I thought Hooker made a good point. She said, you're fine, don't hate Elvis, but don't tell people to get over how they feel toward Elvis. It seems reasonable to me, you know. And we don't have to love everybody on YouTube, that's for sure. Do you hold the band hammer in Elvis's chat now?
I don't hold any band hammer. I was handed a wrench, and when people come in just totally bashing him and his channel, I mean, I'll put him in a timeout. I mean, you know, that's what he wants me to do. He doesn't want people bashing him, you know, endlessly doing that to him. If you go to somebody else's channel, they throw you out completely if you say anything. I mean, not your channel, Rosie, because you kind of let everybody in. But if you go somewhere else, they just block you for nothing. So.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. So you think I should? You think I should get a bike, huh, Gerald?
Yeah, I mean, if you're into biking, I don't know if you're into biking, but I mean, it seems like in California there'd be a lot of biking in that state. I mean,
Joshy, this is coming from two things: a video that I did about the front end of Elvis's van, and then a subsequent chat where I think a few harsh things were said that just got under my skin a little bit, and I wanted to have my say tonight. So that's what I'm talking about on here tonight. I just invited Gerald on to just to get caught up with Gerald, because I'm not often on a chat with Gerald, and I'm happy that he agreed to come up tonight and spend a little time, and not just talk about that, but to just talk about life in general and see what's up with Gerald for the future. Are you still around the Lakeland area, Gerald?
Yeah, I'm still right here in Lakeland.
And it must be a pretty cool area. I mean, Marshall was saying that it's very industrial down there.
I find that it's a really nice area. I've had good luck here. I like it here, so I'm going to stay here.
You enjoy your biking down there. I've just thought the reason I don't do biking here, Gerald, because I'm in a much more urban area here, and I'm always a little worried about being knocked off a bike here. Hey, Janie D, nice to see you. So that's what I worry about, being killed on the bike, Gerald. And then if I go on a bike path, I've got like, you know, I might have some hood rats that accost me or something like that.
Well, if you don't feel safe doing that, I wouldn't do it. Just keep doing what you're doing when you walk. Probably safer on foot.
But
walking
yeah, but it would be fun. It would definitely be fun to have a bike. I was looking at one in the window, Gerald. It was a little fold-up job, and It only ended up being like 19 pounds or 14 pounds. The thing was amazing. It was like this small, but yet it was like a folded into a decent sized bike. But do you know how much that costs?
Probably $1,000.
$500. Hey, Andrea, nice to see you. $500 on there. I was like, wow, that is big time expense. Yeah, it doesn't have. Maggie said it doesn't have to be your fault to get killed on a bike. Of course. Have you ever had any close calls, Gerald, on the bike?
Yes, I've had a few. I've had a few out there.
Yeah.
One in North Carolina. The guy come right up on me and almost got me.
Showing up in the house. Nice to see you, my friend, and all the best for 2019 in Tennessee down there. That's exactly right. Hooker says, I've never blocked anyone for nothing. I always try to be cordial to all. However, I will stick up for my friends. So have a great night. Oh, thank you, Hooker. Stand up person right there. Awesome, Hooker. Genuinely fine woman. And she runs a good chat too. Damn good chat. So, dear Gerald, let me ask you this. You're a reasonable person. What was your epiphany moment with Marshall? What was the turning point for you when you decided, hey, I'm just gonna be friendly? And
I tried to you the night you took her on that he accused me of giving him a death threat, which I did not do. What I appreciated about Marshall, he actually stepped up to the plate and got a job. Even though he didn't make it in trucking, at least he went out and tried. Okay? He went out and tried, and at least he got a CDL license. It didn't work out, but he tried. He went out and tried. If you told me this a year ago, I would say, no, this guy's a bum. He's never going to work. He actually stepped up to the plate and proved that he can go to work. He can work. You know, I don't give him money every day or every week. It was a one-time thing. And like I said, it's my money. I can get it to whoever I want.
You know what? And I tend to agree with you. And Sean said big fucking deal. But in my opinion, for somebody like Marshall to accomplish that was, and I remember getting the calls before the written exam, and I don't think I'm going to be able to pass it, and he passed it. I mean, he did jump some hurdles on that. He did accomplish something on there. He did get a legitimate Class A license. So I do give him credit for that, Gerald. I do give him credit for having accomplished that. And I really do hope, and Sean, this might give you some comfort. I really do hope that something might become of that in terms of even driving a box truck or something like that. So,
because if you got that license, you can drive for anybody. You know, there's always somebody looking for an operator to drive a truck. You know.
Yeah. Well, I think you definitely need to stick that out for sure. Sean, I hope so. You know, it's not really my place to say so, but I hope that something positive comes out of that. But I was really more interested in talking. I wanted to really focus on Gerald tonight because Gerald's somebody in the future that I'm looking forward to hanging out with when we meet up, and maybe bike riding and doing some activities like that. I think that could be a blast. And I think Gerald has a very sweet nature to him. But Gerald, you better be nice to my Tucker.
I am nice to Tucker. I try to be nice to the guy. He's blocked me from his channel. I went over and said hi to him. He hates me because I talked to Elvis and I donated to Elvis because I thought Elvis was doing a great job getting a CDL license. So Tucker, I don't know, dislikes me, hates me. I don't know. You have to ask Tucker.
Let's see. Yeah, Joey D said, Gerald, have you ever ridden a bike in Cambridge or Somerville, Massachusetts? He says that's what it would be like for Rosie in Santa Rosa to be on a bike.
I've been to Cambridge and Somerville. I never rode a bike there.
Let's see. Joshy Bingham. Jeff T. Rose says, when I was Elvis's age, I worked and raised a family. I find it interesting to watch someone that thinks that's a bad idea. Yeah, we'll see. But like I said, I'm enjoying talking to Gerald and getting to know what Gerald's future plans are for. Gerald, do you plan on doing logging, or is there something else you'd like to get into, contracting, or do you have any other goals besides, I know you like this working in the spring and summer and then going down to Florida, which I really like.
Well, if anything, I'm not giving up on what I do, which is cutting trees. If anything, I won't go to Florida anymore. I'll just be doing it full time again, staying winters up north, and just doing it more than what I've been doing it, just taking the winters off. But that's not for a while.
Yeah,
I'm going to keep doing for right now.
Does that take a toll physically on you as you get older? You know, wielding the chainsaw and all that.
Yeah, you get old, and eventually you can't do it forever. But I mean, you know, you can do it for a while. You know, it's not, you know, you can't do nothing forever.
Yeah, you know, I've communicated to you before that you have like what I think is the ideal life in terms of working part-time and then going down to a comfortable place and enjoying it. It's the same thing when people you know, work their summer jobs, or they go to Alaska and they work on the pipeline. Hello everybody. They work on the pipeline, Gerald, and then they come down and they have their money and they go to Florida or places like that, and then they enjoy the summer or the winter, and then they go back up to Alaska. The same kind of thing, like these guys that work on these crabbing boats, right? Like Deadliest Catch, they go on and they make what, $25,000 for 6 weeks or something, and then they're like, see you next year, and they take that money and they just go live the high life.
Right.
What is, somebody's talking about a national bike ride across the state. All right, I'll send you a link. Hold on a minute. But Gerald, could you believe the price for that little bike?
Yeah, I paid over $700 for mine back in 2012. I paid $749.
No, but I'm thinking to myself, holy crap! I mean, I'm expecting this thing is like $150 or something like that. And this thing ends up, well, we're being positive tonight, Marshall. If you come on, hi Vinny. I'm talking about biking and recreation and living in Florida. I don't want to go negative or anything tonight. I want to stay really positive and enjoy just talking about positive stuff on here about the good stuff about Florida.
Right. I mean, those bikes do cost a lot of money. I mean, they're up there. I mean, there's bikes that cost thousands of dollars, you know.
Yeah, but I just think, like I was saying, it's $500 for a bike. I mean, damn. I mean, that's a hell of a lot of money. Gerald, what kind of bike do you have?
I have a Diamondback overdrive mountain bike with a 29-inch tire.
Yeah. Does that have like balloon tires on it?
Just the regular tires, balloon one.
Okay. Hey, Andrew, Marshall, can you hear me?
Yeah, I want to show Coach something here real quick.
Yeah, I'm going to have a positive chat. $500 for a bike is cheap. Wow. I mean, I can buy a mini bike for $500.
Coach, what do you think about these coming at you?
I can't see it. It's too close to the camera.
Hold on. What about now? Can you see it now? Can you see it now?
Yeah. Before.
You like those?
I don't know. Which was that? The pizza one?
No, it's the cheddar cheese baked pretzel.
I don't know if I've had that particular one, but I've had the pizza ones and the other one.
Ooh.
Hi, Cheryl. Marshall, those kind of things. I always turn the back around and I'm like, holy crap. I'm thinking about getting a bike, but it's dangerous here. I'm going to ask the side chat. But Marshall, have you ever turned those bags around and looked at the back of those?
Yeah, it says hydrogenated palm kernel oil.
I mean, you're putting that shit into your system. But look up top at this number of servings in the bag and then calories and the percentage of fat. It's got to be like 40% fat or something like that.
These things are so good, though. Have you ever had them, Rosie?
Yeah, I love them. I mean, I'd love to eat that stuff all day, Marshall. But damn, I turn it around and I look at the back of the thing, and it's like, wow, it's scary. So I usually just get a bag of like peanuts or something like that, and just try to eat on that a little bit. But are you going to be getting a bike?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I told Gerald I really do want to get a bike. I want to get like a like a little tarp, like a zipper to cover for it, and like have my original plan, actually, I wanted to get a tricycle. I wanted to get a tricycle that has a special rack for a tricycle.
Now, why do a tricycle is going to be wide, right? Why would that appeal to you as opposed to, say, a two-wheel bike?
I like the tricycle because I think it's more comfortable to ride in, and plus you got all the storage that you could put things in the basket. You could have storage, and it's just I've always wanted one and stuff. I think I would get one in the future and stuff.
Would you have to put that on a tow bar?
I think I would get. They make special racks for them. You can get a rack for a tricycle and stuff.
Okay, because I'm seriously considering looking at a bike, but I was walking by the bike shop. I looked in the window, and I was telling Gerald they have those small fold-up bikes, and I looked at the price tag. It was like $499. I'm like, holy smokes! And then they're telling me on the side chat that $400, $500 is not a bad price for a bike at all. So I was just asking Gerald, what kind of bike he had.
If you look online, there's some of the truck bikes. They're up in the thousands of dollars for, $3,000 for a mountain bike.
I was wondering whether he was talking about like a motorized trike. Like
Gerald, I got a question for Gerald because I know he's really into bikes.
Hi, CJ.
Gerald, what's your opinion on a trike?
I wouldn't buy one. I like the mountain bikes myself with the 29-inch tires, but it might be, if it works for you. I mean, if you try it might work better for you having a trike. I'm not sure, but yeah, I would go with. I mean, I can't tell you what to buy. My opinion is the mountain bike works the best for me with the 20 tires, the heavy tires.
My second question is for you guys, for like Rosie, Side Chat, and Gerald. Like, what's your opinion on a bicycle that would have either, what's better, if you wanted to motorize it, an electric motor or a gas motor?
I would have an electric that I could plug in. Marshall, from your own generator, the gasoline stuff, it's problematic. The electric motors are so much better. My opinion is, but I think
the electric is probably better. Recharging batteries, keep it going.
Because how far are you going to ride? You're going to ride like 10 miles or something?
Well, I think there's a pro and con. If you want to motorize your bicycle, if you want to get an electric bike, you got to have the batteries and solar system to keep on supporting that huge energy draw, which is a problem. But if you went with a gas one, it's not as quiet as electric. It's not as quiet, but then you can get gas anywhere, so it's so much more convenient. So I think I would actually go with gas. Than gas motor on a bicycle than the electric.
Well,
I just go and do it for the exercise. I don't want nothing that's motorized. I just want the bike, a decent mountain bike, and with 24 speed, 21 speed. I don't want a motor on it. I just want the bike.
I think in an emergency, if you have a breakdown, or if you need to go a longer distance and you're just too tired to bike, it's nice to have that option. Or you can motorize it.
Yeah, but the problem with that, I think it kind of defeats the purpose. It's going to add a lot of extra weight to that bicycle, though, when you're riding it. When you got to pedal that, it could be better for you, I guess, if you're going to use, if you're going to.
Well, think about it. What if you're broke down on the highway and you need to get help? You need to get supplies. You need to get food. And the next town over is, say, 30 miles. You're gonna want to get the motorized. You're gonna want to have a motorized option on it than pedaling stuff.
Carry your phone with you.
Happy holidays, Lavender. Sean the Brits saying, let me see, I'm side chat's moving fast.
I'm looking at this from a prepper perspective here. What if you're broke down on the highway, you need to get to a town to get food, supplies, water, a tow truck, whatever. You need to get help. You want to be able to travel a longer distance. It's just like a survival.
Yeah, Sean said, Rosie asked your friend Zia why he told Mama 3 boys that he hoped lupus ate her body alive, then killed her. Kelly, I don't know. I guess I missed that. I don't know what chat that was in. I don't know. Sounds like a tough thing to say, but I'm really curious about talking to Gerald about the particularly about the biking, because I want a recommendation.
Well, the best bike I've ever had was a Diamondback overdrive with a 29-inch tire. I mean, there's better ones out there, but I mean, I've had the best luck with that bike. I mean, you can look around.
Let's see, the average bike can only take 250 pounds. I was just thinking for me, for a bike, because I do want to get a Class B camper van this year, but unfortunately it's not going to be an expensive one. It's probably not going to be a top of the line one. It's probably going to be one that needs a little work again. I mean, that's going to disappoint some people.
I've always like Rosie. I've always thought it'd be cool for like you or Gerald, like to make content while you're on a bicycle, and I've always wanted to do it myself, where I'd have like a head mount or something, and like make content while I'm on the bicycle. I've always wanted to do that.
Hello, Nicole. But I just think, yeah, 2007. Yeah, I'm looking at the options. But I'll tell you one thing that scared the hell out of me. I'll tell you one thing that scared the living hell out of me, Marshall, the side chat and coach. Jen and I were in San Diego, and they have the sidewalk. They have the big concrete blocks that form like the what would be the equivalent of a boardwalk. And we sat there one morning and we watched a lady come up with a real thin tire, like racing bike, and she hit that gap between those 2 blocks, and she went right over the side, right over the front of the handlebars, and boom. And I thought to myself, you really have to have the fat tire bikes to be safe riding on that.
Is there a bike lane in Santa Rosa?
Yeah, but people veer into it because there's all the wineries, and there's all good night, Greg. There's all the wineries, there's all the people that go to the tasting rooms, and they go on some really dangerous roads when they're driving. Andrea says she knows a few lady bikers, but people get killed on bikes. Yeah, use your air. Oh, my airbags will. Oh, wow, my airbags will save me. Oh my God. My goodness. Yeah, lupus is.
I don't like where you live. I don't really see too many people with like biking like normal people. It's all just like crackhead and homeless. But you don't see like even in Florida, I see a lot of homeless and crackheads with bikes, and not really regular biker people like Chicago stuff. So
thank you, Star.
You got some taxes rolling in?
No, I don't have taxes. I don't collect.
Pays Rosie taxes tonight. I'm going to give him a woo.
I don't collect taxes on my chats. I collect people, the people that are interested in the entertainment.
I was going to let you know real quick that EBS said he doesn't want to wrench anymore.
Hey, Blue Waffle, nice to see you. Yes.
Probably some of the best biking I did was in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. It was some really good stretches of land, that I biked on. I really liked it there. That was a good spot.
Well, like I said, I'm trying to have a positive chat tonight. Mama 3 boys is somebody that's very dear to my heart. So she's a woman is deserving of respect. She's been through a lot of stuff in life, and I will say that. So she's a very sweet lady. I'm just trying to have a chat and have a positive chat, and wanted to get some in. I particularly wanted to talk to Gerald. Well, I was particularly interested in talking to Gerald tonight, just because Gerald has a bike, and I'm thinking about.
I really like the Diamondback brand bike, but Trek is a really good one too.
And
Trek.
how much do they run?
Well, if you want a real good quality one, probably a couple $1,000, or maybe just under that. I mean, that'll be a decent one. Not the best, but a decent one. If you want something cheap, just go to Walmart, but it's going to fall apart. You know,
I'm not going to go buy a Walmart. I got enough shit from Walmart that I got enough shit from.
New Rosie is either a Trek or a Diamondback brand. But I mean, they're going to be just under a couple $1,000 if you want a really nice one. I mean, it won't be the best, but it'll be good quality. I mean, you can do your own research online. You'll see what I'm talking about, the prices and stuff, and the different types of bikes.
Yeah, well, I like the ones that I like the things that have the racks on the particularly the front of the van. That it's easy to get the bike on and off. Because don't you carry a generator on the back of your? Didn't you carry one?
Yeah, I got everything in the box now. I got a big box and the bike's on top of the box. I gotta get a mount on the front, and I was gonna have it done last year, but they said they couldn't put it on because of the torsion bar. They can't put it on, but I have to have one specially made, welded on, like Camper Van Kevin did.
Okay.
They have to, to the frame.
Because they got those bars that go into the hitch down below. They're 90 degrees to come up, and then you can mount a bike on the back of that, and they're really nice. Well,
yeah, but you can also have one on the front of your van. Well, I can't have one on this van because of the torsion bar that goes across. It's for the weight. They said I'd have to have one specially made, like Camper Van Kevin did.
You have to check out his video and see what he did. I'm going to go grab another beer. Okay, good night, Glitch. Thanks for coming by. Grab another beer.
All right, I'm back. Can you guys hear me?
I really get a beer.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Cool.
Any of y'all ever get this? Any of y'all ever get this Echo Dot or one of these? What is it? Google? What's the one from Google? I don't know what it is. These damn things, man. These things are crazy. These Echo Dots. Listen to this. Alexa, what's the temperature in Santa Rosa now? Right now, it's 49. Yeah, well, it's 49 degrees right now. I mean, that's weird. Jen's freaking out about it, but I think it's pretty damn cool to have something like it's one of the really cool things. Yeah, did you get one? I love it. Doesn't seem real smart, but it's kind of cool. Ask if it knows Elvis. Alexa, who is Elvis Travels? Oh, it's talking about Elvis Presley.
Rosie. Hey, Rosie.
What is it?
Rosie, can you hear me?
Yes.
Ask who is Nomadic Fanatic.
Alexa, who is Nomadic Fanatic? Wow. It had about it. It's an American traveler known for his documentaries. Oh, stop it. It goes off when you talk to it. I have an Alexa stop. What does that mean, Joe King? What does that mean? What does that mean? I just think it's fascinating. I've been sitting here all day talking to it and asking it asking it questions. It doesn't know me either, so which is pretty wild. Oh, okay. Hey, that's a good one. Andrea said, ask if you have a ghost nearby. Alexa, is there a ghost nearby here? Sorry, I don't know that. Oh, it means I have an Alexa, and when you say Alexa, mine starts up. That's what I have to do. I have to say Alexa. Yeah, Vinny, I'm still figuring it out.
Ask who is Donald Trump?
Yeah. Well, come on, Gerald is going to know. Alexa, who is Donald Trump? Doesn't want to answer.
I got a question for Alexa. Ask Alexa, who is Sergeant Gabriel?
Alexa, who is Sergeant Gabriel? He's a fictional character played in something.
No, not Sargon. Sargon. Who is Sargon Gabriel?
Alexa, who is Sargon Gabriel?
Sargon Gabriel is a Syrian musician born in Hamaria, Iraq, whose music style usually involves traditional Assyrian folk music with the instruments, zurna and darbuka. The singer currently resides in Chicago, Illinois. Some of his notable writers of his songs include Rosa.
That's pretty wild. Stephen Huff said that's a pretty shameful size, Alexa. Why didn't you just download the app and save $19.99? Because I got it as a gift. So, don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Rosie, who is the CEO of Ford Motor Corporation?
Of what?
Ask Alexa, who is the CEO of Ford Motor Corporation?
A Ford Motor Car Company?
Yes.
I think that's Henry Ford III. Alexa, who's the CEO of Ford Motor Car Company?
Here's something I found in the article Ford Motor Company on Wikipedia. On November 1st, 2012, Ford announced that CEO Alamo will stay with the company until 2014.
I don't know. It only goes up to 2014 with Alan Mulally. All of a sudden, I'm fucking bored on that. I mean, I've had enough, of that shit. That's enough.
Yeah, I got a question for Alaska. Ask her what is Dog Fart Network?
Oh God, what do I care about dog fart, Marshall? Come on, jeez. Listen to Carlo says, ask it when the world will end. Alexa, when will the world end?
Unless it collides with a very large possible future technology grows very molecular, Earth is most likely to be destroyed when the sun swells into a red giant in several billion years' time.
Several billion years' time, when the sun turns into a red giant star and then eventually turns into a black hole. In a couple billion years, we're safe. Damn, that's funny. Joking, like ask Alexa, what's the meaning of life? Oh my God. Can you imagine? I'd love to have a collection of dumb shit that people ask Alexa every day. Yeah, that's interesting. Alexa, what's the market value of a 1989 Coachman camper van?
Hey, Rosie, you want to hear something freaky?
It said, I don't know the answer to that one.
You want to hear something freaky about Narse?
I don't know.
Narse told me he would be willing to pay $1 million if they sold a cyborg slave woman.
What you're saying is, Marshall, you're saying that Narse would be willing know what that was. If Narce would be willing to spend $1 million for that?
Yep.
Wow. I don't know. I think they'd probably be a lot cheaper than that, but maybe it would help. Maybe it would help Narce's social skills to not do that, and just get out there dating and meeting women.
Well, no, the reason he would want that because it wouldn't talk back to him like a dog. Then he could basically do whatever he wanted with it.
That sounds creepy. I'm going to tell you, that sounds creepy. But like Chris Bacon said, I don't think he has $1 million anyway to do that. Andrea said, I'm fascinated with that Alexa. I want one. Would be up all night. I've been sitting here for hours today asking a question.
I got a question for everybody here, for Rosie, Coates, and everybody in the side chat. And I'll answer it too. Would you clone yourself? Yes or no? And I would say yes, I would clone myself.
Take care, Blue Waffle. I don't think I would clone myself. No, I don't think I would.
What about you, Gerald? Would you clone yourself?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, my friend Colleen Hope from Hawaii said, and she's a friend of mine always, she said, Marshall, your mods are blocking me and I'm straight up. Ask Rosie. She's a nice person. She really is, Colleen Hope. You're going to have to go through that list, and there's a lot of nice people that are probably on there. So.
Well, I told Colleen this. If she wants to get blocked, she can email me her URL for her channel. Anybody who got blocked.
There we go. That's what I feel like, Marshall. I created kids and they carry on. So, you know, in a way, Cindy Talks is also blocked. So and there are positive people that do get blocked on there. But I'll tell you what, when you're on a mobile, and I can tell you from experience, when you are on a phone, you lose the side chat. It's almost impossible to keep up with. It's almost impossible to keep up with the side chat.
Rosie.
Yes.
Do you think there's people on YouTube that are making $4,000 or $5,000 a month just on their AdSense?
Yeah. I know a guy that made $5,000 just for sleeping overnight. You know, there's people out there that do IR in real life streams that are making $600,000 to $1 million a year. Yep. And they'll regularly have 5,000 to 15,000 people on their chats.
Oh.
I mean, that's just.
And do you think there's any truth to knocking people off that don't have 10? I heard something about if you don't have 10,000 subs or more, they won't monetize you.
Yeah, I'm not sure about.
Enjoy, Rosie.
I'm not sure about the. I mean, I know that Nicole Green and Ellie mentioned that they're going to be changing the monetization. Somebody can repost that again. I think it was, what was it? Can somebody tell me again? Joe King, is it like 10,000 subs or something like that? I don't know. Marshall, would you wrestle for a $5,000 prize against Carlos Martinez, resurrected in Chicago?
No, I wouldn't, because I don't fight sissy boys.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's I don't know Carlos.
But I was gonna ask. I had a question about
Vinny, I'm not seeing it, unfortunately, because I'm on the YouTube. I don't have the Streamlabs, I guess, is running in the background. I'm sorry, I don't have that. It's not coming up on the YouTube side. I apologize. I didn't even mean to have that thing on tonight on here. Let's see. Vinny, apologies to you. Let's see. Remember last January when they changed the rules? No one was grandfathered. They were given 30 days to meet new rules. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, you know more than I do. You know more than I do, so I'm not sure.
Oh, Rosie, I had a quick question real quick here before I forget. Last year I was able to monitor my super chat donations individually and see if people charge back. It would say message deleted if it was charged back, and now I can't do that on Studio Creator. Do you know why? What's changed?
I have no idea, Marshall. I have no idea. I really don't have any idea about that at all. I mean, Vinny might know. I just have no idea about the inner workings of that.
Marshall, you want to get that van checked out though, because if your ball joints are really bad, it could be you could be going down the road and have your tire break off, and you're just going. I mean, it's really unsafe.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
no, I actually was gonna bring that up. I was told that the rig has got 2 kingpins, which instead of ball joints. So there's like 2 of them from what I found out today. So I think
upper and lower ball joints on both sides of that van. I had to have all mine replaced and the front end alignment. It was $630.
Well, I was told that it doesn't have ball joints; that it has just 2 kingpins.
It does. It has ball joints, upper and lower ball joints on both sides.
Yeah, it has upper and lower. They're $300 for the lower and like $280 for the upper set. So
what are the kingpins then? Is that something different?
yeah, the kingpin is just like one continuous piece. It's like one cast piece that has the upper and lower kind of casted into it on that. Oh, Vinny J.
Well, I went to.
I'm gonna have to refund that then, Vinny.
Yeah, Coates. I went to an auto parts store and they told me there's no ball joints. It's just 2 kingpins. That's what I was told.
Vinny, you get your money on that. I'm gonna make a note, Vinny. You didn't get your money's worth. That I apologize, Vinny, because I have no fucking idea what. I'm still such a knucklehead about this. Yeah, I want to, Vinny. I want to, because you were saying something on here and I missed it, so I apologize to you. So,
and Marshall, the staff company was $630 at Monroe.
Good night, Holly. Good night, Holly.
And they do the front end alignment too, right after. After you have front end work done, have your front end alignment done at the same time.
You have to. They won't even give a tire warranty unless you have a.
How many ball joints did you replace, Gerald?
There's 4 of them. There's 2 on each side. There's an upper and lower on each side. There's 4 ball joints total.
Yeah, and they're critical. This is what I say about the shim and all that. This is why I was doing that video today, that the 250Es have the upper and lower ball joint, and they're probably good for about 70,000 miles, something like that. And then they got to be replaced. Good night, or I should say good day, Nicole. They got to be replaced after a bit. So,
I mean, the main thing is keeping them greased. I mean, you should keep them greased. Keep your tire rod ends greased. Keep your universal joints greased. Because grease is a lot cheaper in parts. A lot of people never grease them, and they're going to wear it faster.
Yeah, they got the upper. Well, never mind. I'm not gonna get technical. I'm just here to have chat, not to have shop talk. But it's not the hardest thing in the world to change out the ball joints. That's for sure. So, you did it yourself, didn't you, Gerald?
No, I had a breaking muffler to it. It actually is quite a job, because sometimes they will not come out like you think they come out easy. You got to pull the whole tire off. You got to pull the brake calipers off. You got to pull the shield in the back, all that off. And then a lot of times they got to heat them and pound them out. Sometimes they'll come easy, sometimes they'll come.
Shit, I know. I've changed ball joints on everything from 51 Chrysler Imperial to 68 Ford Mustangs to every damn thing that you can put. Yeah, I've had
I was working every day running the chainsaw. I didn't feel like getting into that job. I just let them do it.
Yeah, you could sure as hell. I could tell you some stories about pounding out some goddamn ball joints, especially the uppers. Jesus. I mean, that's bull work. How much did you end up paying for those to replace them, Gerald?
said to have it all done, all the ball joints replaced, the front end alignment for $630.
Yeah, I figured about I guessed about $800, 4 for parts and four for labor, something like that. So
it wasn't too bad. You know?
yeah, well, sometimes they'll still have to pound them out, Jeff, and they'll have to put a little bit of authority on that. So I don't think Elvis is going to be wrestling anybody.
Then it cost me another $200 to shop, $230 to have the clock. I put that on myself.
What, Oda Mae Brown, what would you like me to ask?
But
I guess they're wondering about the way that this Marshall stream ended with Laura last night.
I don't know.
I already explained that on my chat. I don't want to really repeat myself.
Yeah, I've got it. I haven't watched it, so I got to go watch it. I don't know what was said. I didn't watch that stream. I was out of town doing that.
Must have missed that part. Marshall said, I'll go back and watch it.
Yeah, I got to watch that. Check out that stream. Like I said, I was on the road and I had technical issues, and I packed it in. I just done with it. I'm not going to leave something up if the quality's not if the quality's not there. And the thing was,
what was going on with your stream, Rosie? Because it was really bad. Usually your streams are good.
yeah, I know. I was surprised that the richest town in the county here had like I don't know. I had T-Mobile before and I didn't have a problem. Now I have Verizon, and everybody's like, geez, you're buffering. I'm not going to leave a stream up that's buffering like that. Why would I want to, subject people? I'll just take that stuff. And that's what I did, Gerald. I just deleted the stream, packed it in and said, I can't do this. But I did video that 2P says, I may not be a fan of Marshall, but he did apologize profusely today. So. So I gotta go watch it. I didn't see it. Like I say, I was on the road. What did Vinny say? See you in hell. Vinny would get there first and open the door. Vinny could actually make it a kind of fun place for a while down there. I don't know. I was watching Marshall go down. I was watching Marshall go down the road and driving down from Clearwater. He went over the Causeway, and he was going down the highway. And I'm thinking to myself, shit, this guy's paying peanuts for Boost Mobile, and I'm like paying top buck for Verizon, and I'm suffering out here, and he's running a decent.
Well, actually, I'm not with Boost Mobile anymore. I got Straight Talk, and they rent the towers from all of them from T-Mobile. Oh. So I'm running Straight Talk, and it's been running great.
Yeah. Who said Laura seems like? Yeah, I always enjoyed Laura being on the side streams. She was always very nice. She was always very nice, very kind. Okay, so Straight Talk is Verizon, so I'm probably just overpaying for,
I've did a speed test with Straight Talk and Verizon, and it's just as fast, if not even faster. $50 unlimited, and I haven't been having nothing cut off on me and stuff. It's been great.
Well, Stephen Hoff, I'm just saying, Stephen says, let it go. You shouldn't use his argument with his girls for your views. I'm only repeating what somebody asked me to say. I mean, he's on the mobile. He can't see what the side chat's saying. So I'm just repeating what people say. I mean, that's what I mean. You can't win for losing here if you're asking the questions that people want. I mean, I started my stream tonight to have my say about stuff. And then I invited Gerald to come on, and then Marshall showed up on the side chat and asked for a link, so I gave the link. So I'm asking. He said that Nicole, it's in the hangout that he did, so I'm not going to go over that again. So, because I haven't even watched it myself. I haven't watched that. I haven't watched that stream myself. I would hope so. Let's see. Colleen says I have track phone and I pay $100 for the year, and it's a Verizon product. Oh, the stream is down. Okay, so I don't want to be. So I don't. Okay, so I don't know if the stream is gone, and I don't know what to tell you. Sue Pete said he apologized profusely. So.
Rosie, what do you think of the they got the card? You put the card in the machine, you put the bills in it, you don't have to handle no quarters. Do you like those better than handling all those quarters?
Okay, Josh had said most of us have seen it. So, what's the things for quarters?
You like the laundromat? They got the card. You put the card in the machine. You put the bills in it, adds it on the card, and the card starts the machine. You ever use those? You got those out in California?
I never had that. We were in a laundromat. We were in a laundromat the other night, and there's no more coin. There's no more dollar bills. It's all card.
Yeah, them are the ones I like. Just the card.
Yeah, Andrew, that's the problem I've had.
To answer the question to the hangout of what about Laura and my apology, if you want to see what I said, just watch the video where it says "Who's loyal to the king" on my channel, and you'll see what I said.
The Leaf Springs, I don't know. I mean, I never had. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Whiskey, nice to see you. Well, that I asked that anyway, and that I thought it was deleted, but evidently that's the video that has it on it. So, Sue Pete said he apologized profusely. I don't know. I was 30 miles up the road tonight. Fake apology. Hey, nice to see you, Whiskey OG. I have two mobile, and it was in and out earlier. Oh, that's Andrea. It was terrible. The stream quality was awful. I made the mistake of thinking that being in the best area with the most money, those people would have the very best quality cell service, and it was just horrendous.
Hey, Rosie, I got a quick audio question for you. What's the easiest, cheapest way that I can have a microphone wired or not wired so I can do karaoke through the speakers on my van?
You just get a Bluetooth microphone, don't you?
I don't know. You're the audio expert.
Well, that's what you get. I mean, you get a Bluetooth enabled microphone that carries over the speaker.
Do they make those? I'm wondering how much they cost. I've never heard of those.
I don't know. I got this little Sony Bluetooth. It's weatherproof that I take with me, and it just hangs on the back of Jen's chair. It works really well. It was like $49.
Is that like rechargeable and stuff? Like you can recharge it?
I have it plugged in right now, and it's a really nice Bluetooth unit. Yeah, Bluetooth stereo, Colleen. It's really nice.
Do you charge that through? Is it like micro USB, or how do you charge that?
Yeah, it's a micro USB port. I'll show you this thing.
What do they cost? I'm curious. That's pretty cool.
I bought it in Nevada for $49.
I didn't know they make Bluetooth mics.
This thing ties into the phone. I just use it on Bluetooth. Let me put this thing back on. Here it is. It's very small. It doesn't have the microphone on, but this is a small Bluetooth speaker.
But I'm just saying for something for singing, so I could like do karaoke through my speakers.
You need what's called a Bluetooth microphone, and that would plug into your sound system on it. So, well, for the side chat, I'm just trying to have a focused chat on biking and other things here tonight. I say Elvis has to be accountable for his own stuff on his channel.
Yeah, this isn't about me. It's about.
Well, I'm here to
bicycles.
I'm here to talk to Gerald. I wanted to invite him on to talk about bikes tonight, and that's my main interest because I'm thinking about getting a bike. Because Gerald's been suggesting to me for 2 months now that I get a bike to ride around Santa Rosa, and I was looking at some of the paths and things, and I guess you could bike on a path, but on the streets and stuff like that, there's just fucking people would just run over you here. It's just terrible.
Don't you have any state park nearby where they got biking trails?
Yeah, that's an idea. That's actually a pretty good idea. Yeah, there are parks that you could ride inside of. I'm just
Rosie, I haven't seen you go to a nice park in Santa Rosa yet. I just seen you walking like in the ghetto, but.
Well, I enjoy talking to people, and I'm kind of a people person, so I do like that the most. But
is there anything like Freedom Lake Park over there?
Yeah, there's some really beautiful parks, but Marshall, they just bore the hell out of people, to walk around. This is a lake, this is a pine tree, this is, I think people like to enjoy the street streams where you get a chance to interact with people. Like I had a nice stream tonight in Healdsburg, at least the first one, and this really nice biggest Siamese cat I ever saw in my life. It looked like the size of a Volkswagen. That thing was huge, and it was really nice, and I like to have that kind of stuff on my chat and be out there meeting real people and having that. So, I mean, to me, that's urban streaming.
Rosie, have you pretty much been all over the state of California?
No, I've never been north of Mendocino County, up where Whiskey OG lives. I want to meet Whiskey. Whiskey's invited me to come up and see him up there, up where Sean lives, in that area, beautiful area there. No, I've never been in up any far north, but I've been all the way down to the Mexican border. So I just don't know. I don't know the northern part of this state. How about you? How much of Florida have you seen?
I've been all over the entire Panhandle. I used to live there for 10 years. And I've been in Ocala. I've been down in Daytona. I've been in St. Augustine, Jacksonville area, Gainesville. Now I'm in Lakeland. Orlando, I've been in that area. Kissimmee. But I haven't been down towards Fort Myers. I haven't been there. I haven't been to Sarasota. I haven't been to Miami. I haven't been in that area. Okeechobee. I haven't been over there yet. A lot of the South Florida area I haven't been.
Well, I'm thinking. No, I mean, so you haven't been down to Sarasota or a lot on the south side?
Either side, west coast or east coast of Florida, southwest Florida or southeast Florida, I haven't been. But I've been in Central Florida. I've been all over the Panhandle, and Northern Florida, Eastern Florida. I've been all over that. Just haven't been the southern part.
Yeah, you and I got to hit Key West, right? Oh man, finally. Vinny's going to be at a strip bar tomorrow night. That's going to be fucking epic. Vinny, I'm booking my seat. I'm there I am there. God damn, that's gonna be good. Plus, Vinny's got he's got a hell of a piece of equipment to grab sound and other stuff. This, if he gets this mastered, this is going to be the bomb in terms of streams and stuff. I just love
Are you allowed to stream in a strip club?
I love how forward Vinny is on the frontiers of integrating technology into into that. I just absolutely love that. So tomorrow night, yes, finally, Vinny's. You can't. We know you can't show a lot, Vinny. I know that, but I tell you what, I'm aboard. I'm gonna be there tomorrow night. Save me a damn seat.
Hey, do you mind if I ask Gerald a question?
No, go ahead.
Gerald, quick question for you. If you had a channel, YouTube channel like me and Rosie, right? How many people would you say you would trust to give them the link to invite them on your hangout?
Good night, Bunny.
People that you've been dealing with for years. The people that you trust you've been dealing with for years, like Rosie, Smooth Operator, Droid, the people that you in your little circle. I mean, other than that, it could be a mixed bag. You bring somebody in that's an outsider, it may screw you up because you don't know who they are.
So you wouldn't trust people that you haven't met in real life
To come on your panel?
Yeah, to come on your show. Yeah.
Well,
Would you trust anybody that you've never met or seen in real life?
I won't trust anybody. No, I won't trust them. No, I mean Rosie and people like that, but people you've never met. I mean, you don't know who they are. They might be all right.
I mean, would you?
Okay, so you wouldn't trust giving a link to Oda?
No, but you just said if it's somebody you didn't know, like I'd give Oda May a link in a heartbeat.
Yeah, but you kind of know. He's talking about he doesn't know.
Yeah, he said
no, like would you give somebody a link like Oda?
Well, what's the worst thing that can happen? You give them a link, you don't like them, can you kick them out? I don't know. Can they stay in there, ruin your channel? I don't know.
Well, you're having a chance of taking your channel and getting a strike with them putting something on the hangout.
Well, I just think you got to choose wisely. I mean, like Oda May, I don't think on anybody's chat because she's a pretty classy individual. There's no way in God's green earth that she would, no matter what she ever thought about things, I don't think she would ever.
All right, so like I think Gerald would trust somebody like Ellie that he's talked to, right? You trust Ellie, right?
Yeah, I don't think Ellie. At worst, Ellie might boot somebody, but that would be it. You know, as far as rolling other stuff on the channel, she would never do. These people would never do that kind. They feel like they're above having to do that kind of thing to make their point. Hey, Brown Bear Jamboree, nice to see you, sweetie. I mean, Marshall, would you give anybody a link to come onto your hangout?
Well, back in the old days, they would just put it out before people started striking and stuff.
We all put it out, and then to our displeasure, we know what happened a lot of times. I mean, it happened to everybody from RV Debs right up the line. So
that's what it's like right now. So what it boils down to is if you give somebody the link to your hangout, then you've got to trust them to a certain degree that they're not going to get you a strike.
Because basically, if you give them the link, they can give the link out to anybody, right?
Well, it's called going rogue on somebody. If you give somebody a link and it doesn't turn out, they go rogue on you, and then you got a big problem, So.
Well, they can. All they got to do is just play something that's adult content, and then you get a strike. So it's that simple.
Yeah, Nicole said, does Elvis ever regret all the people he's hurt over the last number of years, and does he realize why people hate him?
People have a free will to love and hate who they like. It's a free world. Can I ask Nicole a question? Can I ask her a question back, Rosie?
She's on the side. Let me get an answer from her. It'd take about 40 seconds to 30 seconds for the delay. Just waiting to see if she wants you to answer the question. No, it's about Gerald. Hey, Lindy, nice to see you. Hope you have a very happy new year.
Yeah, I answered her question. I said everybody's got a free will to like who they like and not like who they not like. That's their free choice.
Hey, Diesel Twin.
And I've got a freedom of speech as long as I'm not breaking terms of service to say what I want.
Okay, she said go on. I'm going to be right back. I got to use the bathroom for a second. So.
All right. Still there, Gerald?
I'm still here. So did you get your van checked out, like by a garage yet? Or are you gonna wait a few more days? I mean, put it on a lift and check.
I might get a check tomorrow, but might get it looked at. It's kind of hard to get into a lot of places that are closed because of the holidays. So,
right, that's the best way to do it. Bring it in there to the garage, have them check it out. Then you know exactly what's the matter. Whether it's the ball joints, the tire rod ends. They'll tell you what it needs. So
what did you replace on yours? Just 4 ball joints?
I replaced the 4 ball joints and then the front end alignment. So once they replaced put all new ball joints in it, upper and lower, both sides, they did the front end alignment. And then I replaced the shocks too. I did that myself though. I replaced all the shocks myself, but I had the ball joints replaced by garage.
Yeah.
What was the price of the ball joints, just the parts?
You got to have some pretty good equipment to attack the ball joint job. But I want to just say about about Nicole is that to me she's a very quality person. She's always been an extremely good friend of mine, and beautiful gal. And the thing that amazes me about Nicole is the quality of the cooking and the quality that she brings to her photography and things when she does her cooking. Marshall, I lived in China for 5 years, and the pictures that she takes of the food that she does, and I'm a follower of hers on Instagram, is like she should sell these pictures to people that put in front of the restaurants there. She has reached that level. And you know me, I love Chinese, I love Asian cuisine, and she's reached that level of expertise now with the dishes that she makes. I just encourage anybody to please sub her channel up, because her content, and also her Instagram, maybe she'll put her Instagram. She puts up with a lot of a lot of people don't like what I do, but I'm a free speecher kind of person in here, and I run an open chat, and I mean, if people don't like that, address
I have one thing that I want to say to Nicole G. Just one thing. She might not like me or like what I do, but and I'm just putting this out there and stuff. I've got over 3,000 videos and over 2,300,000 views. I'd like to know how many views that she has on her channel compared to mine. I'm just putting it out there and stuff. Everybody's got a right and a freedom to like what they like and not like what they don't like. But I just want to know, like, I get. I'm just putting it out there and stuff. People who criticize me, I'd like to just know if they're on my level or not.
Well, I want to just answer that by like Marshall, how many people shop at like Tiffany's compared to say Walmart? I mean, the numbers are going to be much lower, but how do you equate the experience? This is what I've tried to talk to you on the phone about. How do you equate an equivalent experience of stuff? Like Nicole does a very limited number of uploads. She does live chats, and she gets her self-actualization, her good feedback by doing, I think, the things that she really wants to do, as opposed to putting a lot of content out and trying to get a lot of followers. She's what I call like a Tiffany kind of channel. And by that I mean that she picks and chooses the content. So I don't think like the views to you, they're a high measuring stick. But
I mean, let's just be. I'm just saying.
Let me finish. And for her, she has to feel good about what goes into her out basket to be put up on. She has to have a good feeling about that.
I'm just saying somebody who. I'm just putting it out there. Everybody's got a freedom to like what they like and hate what they hate. But I'm just putting it out there that YouTube is about. I mean, I know you say quality. I believe it's about numbers. And I had a hangout the other day with 2,500 views. I had 272 people watching. And I'd like to know, if she thinks that she's got a better YouTube channel than me, why can't she produce my numbers? That's the question that I have for her. Why can't she go head to head with me and get 2,500 views on a hangout and 272 people watching? Forget about Super Chat. Why can't she produce my numbers and stuff? That's the question that I have for her.
I'll let her answer, but I gave my question. It's kind of like a Tiffany's versus Walmart kind of thing. As I said, Marshall, I think that she does the kind of content that she puts herself forward in the light that she wants to put herself forward. So there's no misinterpretation about Nicole Green. You know exactly what she is on there. And for you, Marshall, and for me, it's more of a shotgun approach. We bring all kinds of people, and I don't talk about numbers on my chats, but some of my Space Girl chats and stuff get up to 70,000 views on them. But it's a different kind of thing. It's like I don't mind projecting myself a certain way, because it's you and I are about that.
Well, let's just say, Rosie, let's just say that I was a car salesman at Mercedes in Manchester, and she's a car salesman, and we're producing numbers, we're producing sales, we have a quota. So that's the way that I see YouTube. It doesn't matter what we do, we're all different, right? But we all have to produce a quota, we all have to produce numbers and stuff. Well, that's where I'm coming at. The bottom line is that
I see a difference. I guess I see a difference in it.
The bottom line is, I'm just talking about pure numbers. It's a fact and it's truth. And I'm not hating Garner or nothing. She cannot produce the numbers that I produce. And that's not even including all the parody videos that I have on me and stuff. Yeah, just the parody videos that I have on me are more views than her whole channel and stuff. Not even my channel. I'm just saying.
But do you honestly, Marshall, in your heart believe that Nicole goes to bed at night and really worries about the numbers of views?
No. She doesn't worry about it. But I'm just saying that I'm just putting it out there that it is a fact that you might think she has a quality channel and she's a transgender girl and all that, but the fact is, I don't care what she does, she cannot produce my numbers and stuff. She can hate on me all she wants, but she cannot produce my view count numbers. I just want to point that out. That if she thinks she's better than me at YouTube, why can't she produce more numbers than me? That's the question that I have for her. Why can she not produce more numbers than me and stuff? Just a question and stuff. She's a unique transgender, right? And she's in England and stuff. Why can't she get my numbers?
Well, I mean, certain people, you can come on, Nicole. I'm glad to send you a link. I just don't want to turn into a shouting match.
The thing is,
I mean, if it's the question that I'm asking her, she has the right to not agree with what I'm doing. But if she thinks has a better YouTube channel than me, why can she not get more views than me?
I'm going to send her a link. She can come on. Please be respectful. Okay, let's hear what people say. I gave you my opinion.
All these views and all these numbers, but there's nobody really making any money here per month. You're not making $1,000 a month AdSense.
Yeah, and I'll shut my pie hole. She can answer for her else before I send a final link.
I can't reveal what I'm making on AdSense, but because it's against the rules and stuff. But I've crippled.
People making some decent money on it. I mean,
I think that I gave an articulate answer, but I am not Nicole, so she now has a link to come on and say what you. Please be respectful. Let's talk one at a time.
I can say this for a fact, Gerald, that the super chat is. I'm making 4 times more money with super chat than without it. 4 times, quadruple my income on YouTube with the super chat.
When I'm working my job, I make more. I bet I'm making more than you're making on your YouTube channel, your AdSense, and your super chat in 1 month.
Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you all doing?
Welcome aboard, Nicole. I didn't want to speak for you, but I've loved the content on your channel for years. I get it.
All right. If Elvis can just keep his mouth closed for a few minutes, I'll explain why I don't care. So to answer Elvis's question, let me explain something to you about YouTube, okay? So this is the point, all right? Most of us don't give a shit about views, about the amount of subs we have, all this kind of stuff. Look, I used to a very long time ago, and then things changed. I got my life together. I almost died. I went through a hell of a load of shit. And I thought, you know what? This shit isn't worth it anymore. It's the fucking internet. Excuse my language, Rosie, sorry. I literally got my shit together. I sorted my life out. And you know, YouTube is fun. That's what it's supposed to be. It is supposed to be fun. And you know, I make friends on YouTube. I've made some really good friends. Me and Rosie have been friends for years. We don't always agree. We especially don't agree on you because of the way you treat people. That is one thing we do not do. Like, she knows that I don't agree with the fact that she brings you on her panels and this kind of stuff because nobody in the side chat wants you here. That is true. But, you know, it's not my channel, so I can't really, you know what I mean? I can't say to her, you can't do this, you can't do that. But, I mean, the reality is, the only person that wants you here is Rosie. And when it comes to my channel, I may not have the views you have, I may not have the subs you have, but so what? All you've got is all that because you start drama, because you start an absolute train wreck. I'm not about that on my channel. I have chats every other day or every day, and Sean comes over. I have so many people come to my chat. It may not be as many as you, but it's enough. I could have one person come to my chat, and I would be very happy. And we have chats, we have fun, we don't argue, we don't fall out, we don't hate each other, we just have a good time. When was the last time you had a panel of 6 or more people and you had a good time every day?
Okay, can I respond to you now? Because I gave you the floor, so I'd like to respond.
That's fine. Go ahead.
I'd like to respond. Excuse me. Please don't cut me off. I'd like to respond. I gave you the floor. Now it's my floor.
I just said you could talk.
I gave you the floor. Now it's my floor. Excuse me. Let me finish.
Oh, you're a dick. Go on.
Okay. I'm asking you one question here. I'm challenging you. Can you get more views than me on a Hangout? I'm challenging you.
I don't need to.
I'm asking you, can you? Yes or no? Can you? Yes or no?
I don't
Will
need
you answer the question, yes or no? Can you get more views than me on a Hangout? Yes or no?
I don't need to because I'm not childish.
You won't answer the question. Just
Rosie,
answer yes or no.
You understand this, don't you?
She won't answer the question. Can you get more views than me on a Hangout?
I am answering the question, Zia. I do not need to.
It's either yes or no.
No, it's not yes or no. We don't live in a fucking state like that, you idiot. This isn't the Middle East.
You won't answer the question.
Listen,
Can you
I'm
get more
answering the
views than
question.
me on the hangout? Yes or no?
I don't need your kind, Elvis. I don't need your kind of views because
I
your
think,
views.
You
Hang
won't
on,
answer the
Rosie, one
question.
second.
She's just beating
Your
around the
views,
bushes.
I
your
think
views are based around bullying, abuse of women, and insulting other people, and that is not okay.
You can't
The way
even
you
answer
treat-
yes or no to a question.
I've just told you that I don't need to because my chats are actually nice and happy. You know, I told you I could get one view on my channel and I'd be very happy. I don't need your shit. You
I
stick
think
to
You
doing
can't
what you
even
do.
answer a question yes or no and stuff. A simple question.
I just have answered your question, and I think you're an absolute wank shaft.
in a way, Marshall, I think that Nicole did answer your question because she doesn't choose to objectify her experience in terms of numbers.
Exactly.
Her chats are measured in terms of the people that come on the next day and say, God damn, I had a great time on your chat last night, or it was such a kick-ass experience last night. So in a way, I think she's brilliant for not answering that question because, you know, there are several ways to measure success on YouTube. And if she feels good and the people that come on her panel, and let's face it, she does some really nice chats. And I'm gonna put it out there and say I enjoy being on her chats. And I really like the fact that she stands up and says, I'm not going to have my chat measured that way, and I'm not going to participate in that ring. Now you do, and that's the way you see things. But I'm just saying, for her, there's a different standard of measures. How well did people get along, or how do we interact, or did we cover a lot of subjects, and did we have a lot of fun? And I think that, you know, so in a way she answered your question by not answering it in the terms that you're used to, but it's the things that she's been around a long time on YouTube. It's the things that make her happy. And I've seen her grow and I've seen her mature to be strong and steel skinned now and to do exactly what she wants to do on here. You're like, we can't compare, you know, steel girders to apples in here, and that's exactly what we're kind of doing when we're trying to talk talk about it. Do you understand what I'm saying, Marshall? It's a different kind of way that we would rate the experience of why do we come to Nicole's channel instead of watching yours, or what do we get from your experience? What do we get from Gerald's experience? What do we get from my experience?
To be honest, I don't watch Nicole's channel. I don't know if she watches me or not, but I don't watch it. I don't even know what she does.
Okay, let me tell you what I do. Something that doesn't happen on your channel, Marsha. I have a group of people on my panel that we all talk about our lives, things that are happening. We talk about different topics. We have a good time. I actually care about people. I care about what people do, about how people's lives are. When was the last time you did that on a panel? When was the last time you genuinely had a panel yourself? And
I don't have a panel. My show is about business and making money. I'm about making money.
You are selfish. That's the problem. You think about yourself all the time. You are aggressive online. You are rude to women, extremely rude to women. You've proved that with this whole Laura situation.
Why do you watch my channel? I
don't watch your channel.
Oh, you don't watch it? Okay.
I know because I refuse to give you the views.
Okay.
And if I did watch your channel, I would watch it with ad block, so you never got monetized in money.
But why watch my channel if you don't support what I do? Why just not?
I go to my friends' chats, and if they're talking about you, then that's how I know about things. That's the only way I find out about you, that if my friends are talking about you on different chats.
And I don't watch your channel either. I have no interest at all. So I don't even know what you do.
That's good because I don't want you on my channel. I don't like parasites affecting my channel.
Driving at Marshall, that there's just there's multiple standards to judge hangouts. Like, number one way to judge is, did you get information across? Like, I had very small audio hangouts that would have like 10 people that nobody even knew about on these on the regular mainstream YouTube, on another channel that people don't even know about. But did I convey the information that I wanted to convey? And did people give good feedback? The answer was yes. Now you like to take a very broad shotgun approach and be controversial and have your speak, and it is about generating numbers. And for you, that's fine. But I look at somebody like Nicole, and then she does another kind of stream where she likes to be surrounded by friends and talk about things.
I see, but Rosie, my panel are the side chat. I don't need the panel
But you block your entire side chat when you don't agree with them.
Yeah, but I'm saying she doesn't. She wants a panel. She wants people that want her. Like
it's not when I do live chats, it's not about me. Like Rosie does her live streams, she does the going out there and that kind of thing. That's fine. If I do a live stream and it's just me, it's because I'm either talking about food or I'm talking about something that I've got, or I'm just doing a quick video live because I don't have time to make a video. But the thing is, it's not about me when I do live streams. It is about connecting and making good friends online.
That's why I love Nicole's streams, because it's not about her. It's about the people that come on her panel and stuff.
Rosie, I will be the very first to admit, if I did a live stream like Rosie with this Google thing on my own for 8 hours, I am fucking boring. Let me tell you, I am boring on my own. People would be like, this bitch is putting me to sleep. Like, people would use me as a sleep aid.
I had 272 people watching last night, and I don't have a panel.
Yeah, well, I just talked. Do you not realize that most of them are trolls?
Okay, I understand that, but I had 272 people watching, and I believe that if you communicate with your side chat, you don't need a panel. It's useless. Your side chat is a panel.
It's not useless, because I'm actually making friends, which I'll hopefully have for the rest of my life. I've made friends with people like Sean, for example. Me and Sean talk on the phone. That's how much of a friend I've made with him. Same with Debbie. I talk to Debbie on the phone.
Yeah.
Sean, take a bow.
The problem with the panels is you can't trust people to give them the link, because they can put stuff on your channel to get you a strike. So that's one of the things.
No, they don't know. I've been doing channels for the last I've been doing chats for the last few weeks, and no one has done anything to my channel. You know why they do it to you, Elvis? They do it to you because you are so rude to everybody else.
You're not one person.
You can't trust people. There are certain people you can trust.
I mean, I trust all the people that I bring to my chats, because they're all really nice people.
There's not one person that Nicole would ever give a link to that she would have to have a second guess about if they would do something.
Well, look what happened
from Rosie, of course.
Look what happened. Maybe 6-7 months ago. Listen to this.
How are you?
But listen to this. 6-7 months ago, me and Jory had a hangout chat, and he was giving links out, and people came in and they took the whole thing down. And I wasn't even running it. It was Jory. Jory was running it.
Yes, but because it's you and Jory. Are you actually blind to the fact that you, Jory, NASA are really kind of despised in this community?
But I wasn't even running it. It was Jory was running it. I wasn't even.
Elvis, it's because you're there.
No, but what I'm saying is Jory was running it. I wasn't even running it. He was running it. So you're telling me that people hate him too?
Yeah, they do.
What?
If you actually took a second to stop thinking about yourself and read the side chats of different live chats, you would see how many people give abuse to Jory, give abuse to you, give abuse to NASA. I mean, nobody. I mean, people are not kind to you guys.
The trolls have a universal hate for a lot of people and stuff. They have a hate for a lot of people, not just me. They hate a lot of people. They troll a lot of people.
They do. Trolls troll everyone. That is the point of a troll. But you have to remember is that the way that you act online, I mean, whether it be a persona or not, you've really pissed off a lot of people. And over the years, you've also hurt a lot of people. And it's not surprising that a lot of people hate you. I mean, it isn't. I mean, I don't mean that in a nasty way, but it's true. A lot of people do hate you.
Well,
and is it really worth?
If you're a leader, you don't have to worry about other people, what they think about you. That's what a leader does.
What are you a leader of, though? I mean,
I'm a leader. I'm an alpha person. I don't really care what people think about.
A leader is only a leader if he has something to lead. And if everybody has abandoned you, you've got nothing to lead, so you're just a person.
I've got a lot of people who support me and stuff.
Let me welcome my crushy crush awesome hooker to the chat
here.
Hey,
hooker, good to see you.
Hey, Nicole, how are you? Hey, Rosie.
Welcome aboard, my girl.
I've been listening. Nicole, I couldn't agree with you more.
How do you like Nicole's chats, Awesome Hooker?
I love Nicole's chats. I don't often get to go in on panel, but I do listen. I think a lot of it is our time difference. And
yeah, because I start at like midnight my time, so it's quite early for a lot of people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I think you do a great job.
I'm very flattered, Awesome Hooker, that she stays up, that she runs these chats on awkward UK time, specifically to hang out with us here in the US.
That's why I sleep in, like, I get my day done. I sleep through the evening, and then I just literally get my day started after the hangout.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm flattered. I think to myself, damn, you know, the things that she does, you know, to hang out maybe you should stop by one of her chats sometime and check it out and watch the channel. I mean, it's good stuff. I mean, it's like I like Hooker. Our times kind of collide and stuff, but I feel the same way about the quality that she brings to the hangouts that she does. It's just a whole different measuring stick of what, you know. If you can draw, to me, Marshall, if you draw the same people all the time, then you're doing something right. You know, to me, that's the thing. That people don't have to come in under troll names; they can come in under the same names all the time. That's a compliment to the things that are done. So, you know, Hooker, I'm going to let you have your say now. Welcome aboard. I'm just talking over you as usual. So.
That's fine. No, I mean, the thing with it is that anytime you run a chat, you put your own twist, your own flair on it, and that's completely fine. But if you are abusing your chat, you're not making any connection with them. The only connection you're making is hate. That's it. You know, they come and hate watch. I would rather have 7 people in my chat who are interacting with me. I get a chance to know, get a chance to talk with, or you get ideas from, than to have 700 people watching me because they hate me. You know, and that's why I agree with you.
I agree, yeah.
And you can trust the people. You get a feel for who you can let on your panel and who you can't. You know, I don't hand the link out to everybody, but I do offer it.
Yeah, I mean, I hand it to people I trust, and you know, if there's somebody new, I ask for their email, I ask for that kind of thing, and you know, I'll give people a chance. But if they're not, I'll kick them off. You know.
Yeah.
The only point I'm trying to impress, and maybe Awesome Hooker and Nicole will agree with me, is that there's qualitative measures as opposed to quantitative measures on YouTube. And to me, it's the people that keep returning week after week to be someplace at a specific time to enjoy. And whether that grows or stays static, that particular number, it's of really no consequence to the person that runs that chat, because they're using it as a social platform.
Yep.
Really enjoy connecting with people that they don't see during the week or they want to get caught up with. That's, to me, that's one of the coolest things of YouTube, is that I can talk with Trish in the Carolinas, and I can talk to Nicole in the UK.
Absolutely.
And have a lot of fun, and we're not worried about the numbers. We're worried about catching up on what each other is doing. And it's a qualitative as opposed to a quantitative measure. So,
Well, you bring up a good point. People come, if you take a look at your side chat, you have people that I see in here all the time.
Mm-hmm.
People that come in, they talk to each other. They might be having a conversation completely different of what you're talking about, but they're like, hey, how's your cat doing? Did it get any better? How's your son's cold? That's a connection, and people want that.
Yeah, it's real friendship.
Yeah, it's like meeting at the pub or something, you know.
That's exactly it. Well put. It's like a pub. Something. I think I look beautiful in this light.
So you do look nice, Rosie, but your tits look better. So,
yeah.
so let me
Fuck you, Nicole.
So let me just ask Elvis a question, okay? Elvis, do you I mean, you live in your van. We all know this. I mean, how could we not? Do you not miss that human interaction? Do you not I mean, surely your life cannot be all about you, that you miss having friends and, you know, like where you can talk on a daily basis, like we all do.
I feel what I feel that YouTube has given me is, okay, it gives all of us a stage, but when you have a panel of people like Rosie and you guys, you're interacting with people, you have the social interaction. But when you're by yourself on the stage, like I am, and you try to transition to have a panel, the feeling that I get is like, okay, like if I had to have somebody on my panel and stuff, anybody, even if it's Rosie's, it feels like it's a roommate that's there, but I'd rather be alone. And that's just for anybody. And some people like to work alone, and some people like to roommate with others. And I'm the kind of person, well, I live in my van alone. I like the peace and quiet of being alone, and I like the peace and quiet of being alone on the stage. I don't want to.
So you're essentially a loner. You're a loner. You don't really want to be around people. I mean,
well, I want to be able to have the power to control that. I want to be able to have the power and say, I can be with my family or friends at this time, but then be in complete isolation in my van, or be in complete isolation on a hangout. I like that isolation. It gives you a peace of mind that you can't get when you're with other people and stuff. It clears your mind.
but are you not concerned with the fact that you think you have this huge stage when really you just have a platform of hate? I mean, nobody. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've seen your side chat. I don't watch your videos, but I've seen your side chat, and it's all negative. The amount of times I've seen you saying, "Oh well, I'm just going to block the side chat," or you even turn it off altogether. I mean, what kind of stage is that? Is if all you're getting is hate?
Well, Nicole,
it's not all hate though.
Having the control over.
It's not all hate though. I have a lot of supporters and stuff. It's not all hate like you think.
I think that's the key point. He has to feel in control.
I want to be in complete control, and that's why when you have a panel show, you're not in complete control. You have to deal with other people. I'm not in complete
control when I'm running the panel.
I know, right?
But I know, but you still can't control what other people say. You see what I'm saying?
Well, Elvis, put it this way: I have panels I've had panels every single day while I've been off for Christmas, right? I've had panels every single day up until Christmas Day, and I age restrict my chats obviously because I know CJ comes on my chat. and yeah. But the thing is, I know for a fact that they're not going to say anything that's going to be to the point that it's going to get me a strike.
Let me just say something in a metaphor from a business perspective, right? Let's say, for example, Nicole, let's say you had a business like you had a makeup store, right? And you train your people to sell that makeup and do that kind of stuff. Would you want them to get off topic and talk about, Donald Trump politics? Wouldn't you want them to sell that product and pump out that product?
But you're not selling anything now.
No, but what I'm saying is like
using that metaphor that you just gave, Elvis. All right, what you have employees that you want to sell a product, correct?
Right.
Well, you know who the best salesmen are? Conversationalists, people who chat up. If I come to you and get in your face and say, you're going to buy my product and you're going to like it, you're going to buy my product, they're going to tell me to fuck off and they're going to walk off. Well, if I go up and start a conversation with them and kind of get to fill them out, I'm going to be able to sell them what it is I want to sell them, and probably a little bit more than I originally.
What I'm saying is, my business model is when I have a wrench and moderator, I'm like the manager and they're my salesman.
But you're selling your wrenches. But you're not getting quality people.
Okay, then tell me this, Elvis. Elvis, tell me this. What business model is this then? What is your business? What are you actually doing other than telling people to pay their taxes?
The business model is to sell myself. I'm
But
selling myself to the world.
But nobody's
Nobody's
buying.
Well, I've made thousands of dollars.
When?
I mean, well, yeah, when?
I've made,
you may have done.
Okay, when have you made in the last quarter?
My public GoFundMe is over $8,000. I can't disclose my assets.
Elvis, that GoFundMe's been running for like 4 years.
Yeah, I can't disclose my AdSense because that's against terms of service. I'm not going to do that. I can't disclose my PayPal.
we know what you make anyway because it's on
Social
it's on Social Blade. You roughly make around 2,000 and something a year. So.
Well, you don't know what I make on PayPal. That's not public.
But this is business model.
But how is that business?
That's not a business.
You're not selling anything. You're not doing anything that's worth business.
I don't have to sell anything because I'm so entertaining that people are willing to pay for my entertainment.
There's a difference between being entertained and being offended.
People give you money to make, just like dropping a coin in a monkey's cup. And I'm sorry to use that analogy, and I'm not being mean. They give you money in order for you to act a certain way.
Yeah.
That is not being entertaining. Being entertaining is actually having people come and be willing to sit there when there's nothing and talk with you and all the rest of this. You demand people's money. You tell women that they are worthless, but then you want them to donate. That's a conflicting model to me. Can you explain how that helps you?
Well, but let's look at this.
Yeah, wait a minute, just one second. Oda May, would you just grab the wrench I gave you and just take care if anybody's posting numbers on the side chat and stuff? Would you do
no doxing people, please?
Yeah, just do me a favor and just be a temp mod for me on the side chat, please. Thank you. I'm sorry.
Anybody can sell a product on YouTube. It doesn't have to be super chat. You can come online and advertise any product. You could have merchandise. You could do anything. So why is it? It's nice. Hey, look, the social interaction is nice having a panel. I don't disagree with that. But why don't you guys actually make money on YouTube? Why don't you actually have a product?
I don't need to.
I prefer social currency over currency.
Yeah, I don't need to make money on YouTube. I work.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Social currency of how well you're liked amongst your peers and your chats and.
Rosie, not to interrupt you, but do you know why I love hitting your Streamlabs and why I love hitting your super chat? Right, what you just did there. I love to watch you smile when that comes up. Hey, sexy mamacita, kissy face.
It was like
how embarrassing.
I love it. But you know what I watched you? You turned around.
Hooker, I'm exactly the same.
I crush on you, honey, and you take advantage of that.
But you give your money to homeless vets that are sitting there cold on the Las Vegas streets.
Awesome Hooker. Awesome Hooker, I just wanted to say something. Can I say something real quick here?
Yeah,
the first day that I got contributions from the public was January of 2015. I didn't know how much money I was going to make, but I made $1,500 in 1 hour.
Doing what?
Doing the same thing that I'm doing right now. I made $1,500 in just a couple hours on a hangout. Now you might think
asking for any particular reason, like that you need something for your van.
Was that the solar panel thing?
I made $1,500 in one hangout. That is fact. Now, if you think that's kibbles and bits, if you think that's not a lot of money,
sir, what I'm asking you, Elvis, is what was your premise for
making over $5,000 a month? 1 month.
But again, what were they donating for? Were they donating just for the pleasure of seeing your face, hearing your voice, or they thought they were helping you out? Which one is it?
Well, originally,
that's really irrelevant.
It's not irrelevant. You said you treat this as a business model.
Originally, he was supposed to be getting solar panels that he never got.
I made that much money. The bottom line is I made that much money. So when you say that people don't give
Bottom line, what
They do give and stuff. People
selling?
do give.
Were you selling yourself, or were you asking for money to help you out with something with the Lisa Marie? Which is it?
Does that really make a difference?
It
Yes,
does.
it does. It does.
No, it doesn't.
We're getting, Nicole, we're getting feedback on your,
I've got,
doesn't really
I've
make
got
a
headphones
difference
on,
and stuff.
Rosie.
The
okay.
power of the people can make anything happen in 30 minutes and 1 hour. I've experienced that. And until you experience that, you'll never know what it feels like. You'll never know what it
Elvis,
feels like.
Right.
Elvis,
But
most people don't
Heather
want
in
to
less than an hour
experience
make
it the way that you've done
550
it
just
now.
because of who he is.
Most
So-
people don't want to get. Most people don't want to get money the way you
I
have.
think Awesome Hooker probably makes that in an afternoon, to be honest.
I am an awesome hooker, thank you.
She's the best. best. Now, Nicole, you wanted to say something? Good night,
Okay,
Andrew. Love you.
Look, Elvis. Most people don't want to achieve money in the way that you get it, or you say you get it. Look, if you make so much money from YouTube AdSense, why do you need to demand money from people?
Well, everybody, hey, money is not always. It's always nice to have extra money, right? Who doesn't want extra money, right?
But if you already have money and you're making good money, then you don't need extra money. You don't need to demand it of people.
Well, it's like telling people, do you like to work overtime?
What?
So, do you like to work overtime? Some people work overtime and stuff.
That makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, there's people that work 60, 70, 80 hours a week. They don't need to work 80 hours a week.
And those people are usually the people that are saving people's lives in hospitals. You're sat in your van chewing on nuts or whatever, telling people they owe you taxes and to pay the king.
Well, people want, like I said, people use YouTube for social interaction. People use YouTube to make money, and that's what it is. It really doesn't matter what the money's for. It's all about just making it.
Technically it does if it's sold under a false premise.
Well, no, well.
Because I mean, you never got Elvis. You never got those solar panels, did you?
On my GoFundMe, it publicly states it was never for solar panels. It publicly states it's for my living cost.
You did do a GoFundMe for solar panels.
No, I didn't. Nope, that's incorrect.
Yes, you did.
Nope, I did a GoFundMe. It was for my living cost.
Do you forget that we've been around since 2013?
Greg,
me and Rosie have been here since the beginning.
My GoFundMe says living cost. You can go see it.
Time out, everybody. Time out. Everybody's been real good about one at a time. I did send Greg a link, and let's just one at a time, please.
When you're ready, Rosie, Vinny, can you link Vinny?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I ask people just one at a time. That's all I ask.
Okay, I just want to ask this. Does anyone in the side chat have any screenshots of the solar panel FundMe thing? Because everyone has screenshots.
Yeah, I need to. Somebody can link Vinny in if.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, all I'm asking is just one at a time, and then everybody gets their say, and there's no talking over each other. So hopefully you had the floor last, or Nicole, I guess you did on here. So
yeah, I've said my piece. Who's next?
Okay. Yeah, so I just think as long as everybody gets their say and nobody's screaming and nobody can say I didn't like being ganged up on and all that, everybody can have a say and it can be civil. That's all. You know?
I've tried to be. Have I been fair, Rosie?
Yeah, of course. I think everybody.
Okay,
I just try to explain to Elvis that you have a different measurement, a qualitative as opposed to a quantitative standard by which you measure what you get out of YouTube. And I've admired that about people that, and I like to think I'm like that too. I mean, I don't worry about numbers. I worry about fun. And
I respect anybody, and I've said this about you so many times, Rosie. You are a hustler. You hustle for your money, and you work hard for it. You are putting out content daily on three different channels that I have seen. You work hard. You do things. You found out that people really like them chooches, and what are you out there doing? It is cold. You're out there getting people looking at you crazy and treating you unfairly by not even addressing you when you say hello, but you're out there doing your thing, okay?
You wonder why I love this chick, you know? I mean, damn, if she wasn't married, I wouldn't be married.
But it's true. You're doing your thing. And you know what, Coates? I don't hate you. I really used to like watching your videos because I respect you.
The way you talked about me in the chat, I couldn't tell.
I have always
no
been
idea what Coates
but
is saying.
I will tell you this much, and Elvis, I'm just being 100% real with you. Do I care about making money on here? No, I don't. Because this is not about financial for me.
Actually, Hooker's a giver. She's not a taker on YouTube. I mean, she's
I like to see people smile. I like to be able to say, here's $5. You entertained the hell out of me.
Yeah, I agree with you, Hooker.
But
I gave Rosie $5 on Christmas and seeing her smile was great.
Oh, it's like, oh my God, now she's going to charge it back on me.
No. Hey, Rosie. No, you know, it was Christmas and I did that, and I was like, you know what? It's nice to see you smile. And Hooker's right. It was. Even if your smile was slightly slurred.
I'm going to see the Double G's charge back on March 22nd. Good morning, it's Nicole. How are you?
Good morning, it's Nicole, and I'm bringing a charge back. No, I'm not.
That's why people like Tucker so much, because
I have to say, Ellie's been scaringly. I'm very scared now because Ellie's been very quiet. I am, Ellie. I'm scared out of my ass right now.
I am definitely being respectful of your panel, like you asked. You asked for us to be respectful. But I want to mention something because revisionist history has occurred today. Marshall said that he used to be on Drury's panels. Marshall, you never used to survive 5 minutes before he threw you out. And I was on plenty of Drury's panels, and where you would say weird sexual things, and then woo, out the door you went.
That is true, Marshall. You know it's true.
So don't revise history. I was there, Rosie was there, Greg was there.
Yeah, and everybody on the side chat, calm down. I'm not kicking anybody off this panel tonight.
We will not.
Thank God, I thought you were going to kick me off.
I know, me too. Me too.
No,
Nicole knows what I'm talking about.
I know, Ellie, I know.
I asked everybody one at a time, and it's great. It's been real good tonight. I've got an all-star panel here just talking to each other, and it's great, you know. So nobody can say I was ganged up on or this happened or that. Everybody just expresses an opinion.
Quick, let's gang up on Rosie before she realizes.
Well, no, we have to wait till the end to do that.
Come on.
No. I've got Rosie's back. I just question her judgment sometimes.
Yeah, I've got a boobs and I question her judgment.
And one of the things that I find amazing is he's going to talk about himself. Our time with you is very limited because you're always doing all these things, right?
Yeah.
So he's going to sit on your panel and talk about how he needs to be in charge and it's all about him. You're on Rosie's panel. You're not on your panel. And you're taking up my precious time with my friend to talk about you.
When do we get on Ellie's?
Hi, Gerald.
Sup, Gerald? And Marshall, she's right. You know, it's not your panel. It's not your channel.
Not your
Calm
panel,
down.
not
Calm
your
the fuck
panel,
down.
and it ain't your friends.
You're not my king. Yeah, I don't owe you taxes. Come on,
you're
calm
not a
down.
tax entity. I hate to tell you. That's my professional opinion. But I do love that you said it on a hangout that can be used to be sent to the IRS. Thank you for that.
I am impressed that he basically admitted tonight as well that he doesn't really need people's donations anymore. He makes enough from AdSense.
$8,000 in 3 years. Who knew you could live so cheaply?
Yeah, no shit.
No, $500 a day.
He made $1,500 in an hour. Everybody, try to soak that in.
Welcome aboard, Vinny. Nice to see you, my friend.
Hey, Vinny.
Hey, Rosie.
What's up, Vinny?
No, nothing.
Vinny, I'm excited. Just to step out and break the third frame here. I'm excited. I'm excited about tomorrow.
Right. I've got a question for Marshall. I do. So, Marshall, you were on earlier tonight, and so was Tucker. Tucker made over $500. You made $30. How do you live on $30 a day?
Look at him. That's how you live on $30.
I want to say something real quick here because I'll let you guys all have the floor, and I'm laying back here listening.
Right on.
But one thing I want to say, I realized after being on here since 2014, it's been almost 5 years. And recently, probably in the past couple of years, I've been having a lot of people that come up to me and say, Elvis, I've seen you on YouTube. Just out of the blue, in real life. I'm talking about in real life. And it's happened to me multiple times. And I got to tell you guys, when that's happened, it's really, really, really grown my ego. And it feels so good.
Well, I'm sure it is.
Does it fit in a
sure
room anymore? Does your ego fit in an actual room?
Does it actually fit in the van anymore? So
You know,
people come up to
your
you and
ego.
When somebody comes up to you and say,
Yeah,
Elvis,
I know.
I've seen you on
It
YouTube.
must be
Elvis,
gratifying. It must be gratifying.
It must be. You know,
If
you're
you
in
left,
Walmart.
If you left all your live streams up where you're insulting and bashing everybody and being offensive, which you do, and then delete them, because many people save them. Many people say, hang on, Elvis, hang on. Those live streams that those flash streams where you're streaming and you abuse everybody and you're calling people cunts and all this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, do you think people would feel the same way if you left those live streams up?
They're up. I don't take my live streams down. They're all
You're
up.
a liar.
No, you're a liar.
You're a liar. You take your live streams down all the time.
But have any of you here on panel, have any of you ever had somebody come up to you in public and say, I see you on YouTube? Anybody?
I never have, and I
How
don't
you
want
going
them
to run
I
your
swear to
life? Why
God,
did
in
somebody
Jesus'
see
name.
you on YouTube?
Why the hell would you want somebody to recognize
When's the
you on
last time
YouTube?
somebody said that to you?
I promise to God, it's happened
like
to me
4 months
several
ago.
times. I promise to God that it's happened, and it's such a good feeling. It's such an exhilarating feeling.
Marshall, I wish I understood why you
your
thought
validation,
so.
your validation
But you're like
of
a
your
clown.
life.
You're like a giant clown.
Your validation of your life is somebody coming up to you in
Wow.
Walmart and saying, "Wow, I saw you on YouTube." Are you kidding me?
Rosie,
That's sad.
Rosie,
That's really fucking sad.
Greg, let me just say this to Rosie. You yourself have been witness to this, and you cannot deny this. You know that. Elvis has done those flash live streams where he's gone online for, say, 15, 20 minutes, abused a hell of a load of people, and then deleted those live streams. Yes or no? We'll do a yes or yeah, exactly. Now he's saying.
Have you seen him delete a live stream?
He's saying he never deletes his live streams.
Let me answer.
Yeah, go on.
We're one at a time, so it's been very good tonight.
Go on, Rosie.
Yeah, there's been cringe hangouts where Elvis has MF'd and said things that have been, in my opinion, terrible things, terrible hangouts, and then they've been done for the express purpose of deleting them. That's exactly, it is true. It is a true point. My hangouts, this is what I say, I live and die by my hangouts. They always stay up, like 99.99%.
Hey, Rosie, Rosie.
Marshall, let me finish. We have a very calm hangout tonight.
All right.
I don't like those at all. I expressed to you when you did one that was like a shower at the truck stop that this was a terrible thing to come on and just curse. But I understood you were frustrated about trucking and some of the things. So I gave kind of a little bit of one. I'm not, yes, Nicole, to answer your question, yes, I have seen it. Yes.
But Rosie, I'll tell you one thing just to respond on that, and this is to quote Ric Flair. That's why they call me the dirtiest player in the game.
You're not a player, Marshall.
You're not a player. You're not a player.
There is
You're
no
a clown.
game.
There is no game. You have no game.
This is a business model, remember? This is a business.
It's a business model. Make $8,000 in 3 years. Shit, a piggy bank would have collected more money
Hang
by
on,
now.
hang on. I'd like to recorrect.
Go ahead.
I'd like to recorrect.
One sec. Vinny's been very patient as usual, sitting there, and a very well-mannered Australian there. So, Vinny, go ahead.
He just stated no longer than 45 minutes ago that last year he made $500 a day. So why is anyone giving him money when that's a total of $182,500?
That's what I'm saying, Vinny.
We know we can't
He
add.
doesn't need donations anymore because he makes enough money on YouTube.
Yep.
He can't add. He never could add.
Nope.
Yeah, and I want to take a second just to apologize to Ellie. Just say it's not been my intention to not like do panel streams and stuff. It just, I was kind of trying to perfect something for outside on mobile streaming, and you know, I do.
You don't have to apologize to me, darling.
Okay, well,
Rosa, we're all trying to fill in the gap for you.
you know, I feel bad. Like I've said before, you may not like it, and it ain't ever going to change.
Oh, honey, if I ever stood on that as a principle of what I don't like, I'd have been going years ago.
I'm saying, look, it's never going to keep it. You're always going to. You got a mouthpiece on you, Ellie, and you're going to use it. But I'm just saying, yeah, there is some priority there, and there is a fast track pass in on YouTube, and that ain't never going to change. So I'm just saying, I am apologizing to you, Ellie, because I've not done very many of those type of streams. I guess in a way I felt like, well, Nicole's stream's there for us to kind of hang out on, and some other streams that have been going on. And
today's my day off, and I'm gonna hang out with my friends.
Yeah, and I'm apologizing to you for that. So
that's okay, darling.
Yeah. Oh. So Elvis, do you admit now that even Rosie's admitted it, that you do delete hangouts that you're offensive on?
Of course. Hey, Nicole, I gotta give you credit. You know, those did you and I was just curious, do you take hormones to change your voice to sound like a woman?
No, you can't change your voice.
You take hormones to sound like a man?
Have you noticed that everything that comes out of your mouth, Elvis, is a deflection to something else?
Right, I'm asking a question about the whole hormones thing.
Yeah,
When he
it's
gets
not
to
what
hell,
we're talking about, and it's ignorant for you to bring that up.
Don't worry.
No, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Marshall opened up this topic. He did. So, Marshall, do you take testosterone shots?
Well, obviously,
because you're not a man in my book. You're not a man.
As hairy as I am, Greg, I don't need them, brother. As hairy as I am.
Please. I'm hairy too, but I don't take testosterone. And I'm not.
Yeah, but you're hairy in a sexy way, Hooker.
Hooker, I love you.
Rosie. I knew I loved you for a reason.
Bless you. Bless you.
Don't worry. When you get to hell, Marshall, and I open the doors for you, I'm going to make sure you moan like a real whore.
if banjo music is playing, that'll say.
Oh, goddamn.
Vinny G, you're not the dirtiest player in the game, mate.
You aren't dirty at all, Marshall. You're just sweaty and stinky.
I kind of put my money on Vinny. Vinny G's. Vinny and I have strolled around a few communities on YouTube. I'm not going to short sell Vinny, the dirtiest player in the game, Marshall. I'm just saying there's a lot of shit that you don't know about Vinny, and a lot of skill sets that he possesses.
But every time I tried to ask Nicole a question, she won't answer it. I asked her two questions.
I did answer.
Take the freaking hit, Marshall.
Take the hit, dude.
If she could get more views than me on a hangout, she would answer. Now,
Let me say this. Okay, let me say this, okay?
You'll never answer a question.
When it comes to views, it doesn't fucking matter. Secondly, when it comes to my voice, it took lots of fucking training to get my voice like this. And I'm still a bitch.
You didn't take hormones to change your voice, to feminize your voice.
Hormones don't change your voice.
Hormones don't change your voice.
Mm-mm.
No, that takes surgery.
The only way that a hormone injection would change your voice is if you were a female going to a man. And that's testosterone, the testosterone hormone, because it would give you a deeper masculine voice.
This is what Greg asked you.
Like I asked you, yeah.
Oh, look!
Did you take testosterone to get your voice that deep, grow all that
that's
hair?
why I sound so.
Oh, look who returns, my good buddy, duplicitous weasel.
Greg, look, wouldn't it be hard for you to sound like a woman if you wanted to, Greg?
Deflection.
Well, I don't know, Marshall. Would it be hard for me to sound like a woman? I'm not sure.
Marshall,
I could imagine Greg talking like a tranny, you know?
Well, Marshall, just think back, Marshall, of the first night you and Coach spent in the camper van and how he squealed.
Oh my God. That's a visual I never needed.
And now a visual. Thank you, Vinny.
Where's my Gerald? Is my Gerald?
Gerald, help me, Gerald.
Gerald,
Help me.
help us out. Come on.
Gerald, where's my Gerald? Are you still here, Gerald?
Rosie, just like you wanted me to be.
Don't leave me, babe.
What the hell is going on with this sound?
I told you, his voice is changing. His voice is changing.
His voice is changing. Yeah.
He's growing up.
The balls dropped.
Yep.
It's not New Year's Eve yet, Greg.
Vinny G, Australia, be a YouTube celebrity.
Thank you.
So,
But
Elvis, where do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
We're 20.
I mean, for me, I see myself like having my own home with somebody that I'm in love with and this kind of stuff. I mean, for you, is it like you see yourself in like Parking Grade 7 or?
I'll answer you one thing. You know what the best way to live
Having a
life
real
is?
house.
Just live one day at a time. That's it.
15th Avenue bookstore. That's where it'll be.
It's good to have a goal though, Elvis. I mean,
have a goal.
It's better to live one day at a time. Just one day.
Plan to fail is fail to plan.
All right, so Marshall, do you see yourself in 5 years having a mortgage?
Hell no. Hell no. I'm against the system. I'm an anarchist.
Okay.
No, you're not.
Anarchist.
Anarchists have plans. You don't have any plans.
I'm an anarchist. I'm against the system.
Anarchists rob liquor stores.
My husband said the word is apathetic, not anarchist.
Well, I got
Greg, do you know I get free water, Greg?
Do you get free
Have
water,
a
or do
cookie.